design, durability, and function. Every Wasson watch is produced in limited batches, and now field watches are $300 off for a limited time. Upgrade your watch to one built with the same mindset that built this country. See the latest at wassonwatch.com.
Still tastes good.
Now, here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. That's bank. Enter it now.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, Monday at 4, CNBC rankings out. Colorado near the bottom in many major categories. How bad does it need to get here before people start voting Republican? Join me at 4.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show along with co-host Marc Mager, and our deputies and our guests and everyone to make this show a success, including waterpros.net. The best water systems, the lowest prices. Don't even consider a system for drinking water or water softening without checking Water Pros for the best prices. Reverse osmosis, $1,100, fully installed. Unbelievable. 303-862-5554, waterpros.net. We can't do a show without great sponsors, but I want to tell you something. It's way more than just having a sponsor like Water Pros or Excel Roofing or Frank Duran, the Real Estate Man, or John Fuller or Apple Heating and Air or Fix It 24/7 or this guest today. It's about doing the right thing. You know, I just thought of something. When it comes to this show, it's all about doing the right thing. No one wants to get ripped off. We transcend all of the political crap. So call us if you need help with a problem, a question, or complaint. The important thing is don't sit on it. Call us at the first sign of trouble. When someone's giving you a song and a dance, these songs and dances never work. I call it the old tap dance routine. When you ask for something and you don't get it, you know, you just get a bunch of song and dance. What you need are real facts. Where's my money? What are you doing with my money? When are you going to come through with my money? What are you going to do to help me? We also, as I said, have Richard Thomas with us. We've known him a long time. DenverCleanPro.com. That's another area of extreme ripoff. Carpet cleaning. Oh my God. I mean, anybody can call themselves a carpet cleaner. That's the problem. And everybody's got a gimmick, but I'll tell you what, he has proven the test of time. Right now, we're going to talk to a caller, Carol. Our callers get priority. The number 303-713-TALK. Or as Carol did, she called 303-Martino, 303-627-8466. She left us a number, so we're getting her on the air. That's what we could do. So you never have to wait. You call and leave your number. So Carol, what's going on with your Subaru warranty? Hello, Carol. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah.
What happened is my son, who is an ER nurse and works 12 hours a day, so it's very hard for him to handle things like this during business hours, bought a used Ford Ranger, a 2019 Ford Ranger from AutoNation Subaru on May 23rd in Denver. And within 3 weeks, on approximately June 10th, the transmission blew. It has 57,000 miles on it.
Hold on. So when he bought it, that's really good. You're giving me great information. So when he bought this 2019 Ford Ranger from AutoNation, it had how many miles on it?
57,000.
Okay. Now, how long or how many miles did he put on it before the transmission blew?
Approximately 400 miles.
And about how much?
He only had it for like 3 weeks at that point.
Okay. And he drove it approximately 400 miles and 3 weeks, and then the transmission blew. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give you the bad news. We're going to help you with the good news if we can. We're going to do what we can. I'm going to tell you that straight up front. But most of the time, when you buy a used car, you buy it as is, unless it's subject to some kind of warranty. So fill me in on any other extra stuff I'm not hearing about.
Okay. We called AutoNation after this happened, And they said, oh, don't worry, you have a 90-day warranty for the engine and powertrain.
Okay, so AutoNation told you that after it went out?
Yes.
Okay.
And I have a document with a signature on it and everything.
Oh, really? What does the document say?
It's, let me find it. It says AutoNation limited warranty information schedule. It has year, make, and model and VIN for my son's car.
Okay.
My son's name and address and phone numbers.
Got it.
And it says limited warranty, 90 days or 4,000 miles.
Okay. And it says powertrain specifically and engine, or what does it name as far as the components?
Let me see. I only have the front page. I'm actually not at home, so I don't have all the paperwork in front of me.
You know what? I'm going to ask the obvious question. Did you call AutoNation?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And what is your, I hear your son there. I hear your son. What is your son's name?
Well, it's my husband, but he has the same name as my son. It's Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Phil's there. Okay.
And my husband was actually... Okay. He was actually with my son when he bought it, so maybe you want to talk to him.
Got it. So right now, where is the truck right now, the Ford Ranger?
It's at Castle Rock Ford. My son was in the vicinity. He was able to limp the car over to them.
Are they an AutoNation dealer?
No.
Okay. And they're the ones that diagnosed it?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. Usually, no matter what, they're going to want to see it. But I need to know, what's the latest word you got from, I assume your son called AutoNation, or you did, and you said the transmission is out. We have a warranty. What should we do?
Yes. What we heard from our son was that, AutoNation said, don't worry, you've got a warranty.
Right.
Then the warranty company wanted to send someone over to Castle Rock Ford to take a look at it. And I think they did and verified that it was the transmission. But now every time our son calls the warranty company, they keep telling him it's under review. It's under review.
Okay.
And they really would prefer the AutoNation do the work, but the warranty says he can do it out of network and pay a deductible, and he'd prefer to do that.
You know, the good news, you're not being ignored. A lot of these warranties are not worth crap. Now, AutoNation is a pretty good outfit in general. I mean, they send, what I mean by that is they sell a lot of cars, and they don't usually screw around with small stuff like this. I think we just need to get the ball rolling. What we need to do is let them know somebody's looking and monitoring this. And like you said, if they prefer AutoNation to fix it, I wouldn't hesitate. I would take it to AutoNation. Does Castle Rock Ford have it all taken apart?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, here's what I want to do. Do you have a person that you have dealt with at AutoNation?
Yes.
What were you thinking, Dee? I see you perched at the mic, Dee.
Phone numbers.
Hold on, Dee.
Carol, just a couple of quick questions for you. Has the Ford dealership actually diagnosed the problem precisely? And the second question is, when did the warranty company's adjuster go out to look at this truck?
Yes, the Ford dealership has diagnosed it, and they said it needs a new transmission. It's not repairable. And they're actually surprised that AutoNation let the car go out like that, because they probably knew ahead of time it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
The adjuster was supposed to go out. The emails I've seen between my son and Castle Rock Ford sounded foggy, as if the adjuster actually showed up or not.
And when did the truck actually go to Ford?
I believe it was around June 10th.
Oh, Tom, it's been over a month now. I mean, it's definitely time for the warranty company to come up with an answer for Carol.
Call them and get an answer. Now, here's the deal. You mentioned something, and I just want to dispel a few thoughts that they said they shouldn't have let the car go out that way. I want to tell people this about used cars. When a used car has a warranty on it, or not, dealers are not responsible for the condition of the car when they sell it as is. It is subject to a warranty fine, and if there's no warranty, then it truly is as is. And a dealer can sell, I'm not saying they should, but a dealer technically can sell a car or a truck with a bad transmission as is, as long as they don't lie about the condition. For example, if they said, hey, Carol or Phil, this was just rebuilt, or this has a new transmission, or everything is running perfectly. If they misrepresent it, even though it's as is, and you can prove they misrepresented it, sometimes that gives you some ammunition. But most of the time, with an as-is purchase, whether there's a warranty or not, they can sell it literally as is. Now, no matter what, in this particular situation, it sounds to me like they've had it under review way too long. I mean, this sounds unreasonable. We want to call and say, look, how can it be under review for more than a month? The transmission is out. They're willing to do what you want. Let's get this dang thing fixed. What is the name? Is there an actual name to your warranty, or is it issued under AutoNation?
It looks like it's issued under AutoNation.
Okay, so Carol and Phil and the other Phil, who, by the way, thank God for what he does. That's a tough job. I'll bet you he's frazzled at the end of his day. An ER nurse? My God. Where does he work, by the way? What system? Where does he work?
He works at UC Health Memorial North in Colorado Springs.
Oh, my God. UC Health. By the way, in my opinion, that's a good operation. I went through UC Health for my entire cancer treatment. Good people, dedicated people, but they do work their asses off. We want to help Phil if we can. We'll do everything we can. Deputy D, he'll get on it in earnest. We'll get your information off the air, Carol. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. People, remember this. When you have a problem, let's tackle it as soon as possible. This is a month, okay? It's better than nothing, but why are they being put on hold? We're going to find out. But really and truly, that is a little unreasonable in our opinion. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, is someone who can give you a free market evaluation of your home to tell you what it will sell for in this market. And that's crucial to know before you list. And there's no obligation. He'll do this free detailed service for you so you know where you stand. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Very nice.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Oh my God, did you do what I told you? Did you get that $39 Extreme Clean Tune and Check from Fix It 24/7? You're glad you did, with the AC working overtime right now. But get this, they're extending it through this time. Now, you may have to wait, but they're still offering that $39 Extreme Clean Tune and Check, especially if you're having any issues with your AC. Call them. If they can fix it, if they can get it up and running for $39, that's exactly what they'll do. They aim to fix things first. But if you need a replacement, free second opinions always. Fix It 24/7. The people I use at my home. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com. Hey, Genesis Total Exteriors has been with the Troubleshooter Network, the Tom Martino Show, the Marc Mager Show, the entire operation for years and years, and we love them. That's why we recommend them for roofing, gutters, fascias, siding, windows, decks, painting, and more. Whatever you need on the outside, they'll do it. Genesis Total Exteriors. Let them walk your whole property with you and go through to see what hail damage you have. You deal with one source, Genesis. We've known them for years. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
Thank you.
God, I love some of these memes of some of these texts I'm getting. So,
The 2026 season of Intense Tennis turned up. No weird scoring sets or endless matches. Intense stacks the points in the fastest version of tennis ever. 10 teams, 30,000 in cash. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Stream it on Intense YouTube. That's INTENNSE. Hot and breezy once again for your Tuesday temperatures today. Solidly in the mid-20s with a bit of a breeze and a whole lot of sunshine. Then we stay there all week long. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
This report is sponsored. I'll try to kid you, Luke. Let's see if he's free.
Well.
Yeah, let's say I'm feeling generous today.
Simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blinds.com.
Okay, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We've been talking about great companies. Let's talk Apple Air, air with an E, appleair.com. That's for your heating and air, and they are family owned and operated since 88. Todd Terry and his sons and his wife, they have a family owned and operated business, honesty and great service and great warranties, appleair.com. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are here to help you, and we have with us today a guest, but you can call about anything you'd like. You can also text us. We'd prefer you call, get in on it, warn others about your problems so they don't fall into the same category. And often these calls help people. 303-MARTINO. You can call that 24/7, 303-627-8466, or 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. In the house with us, DenverCleanPro.com. Richard Thomas, Denver Clean Pro. As I said, when it comes to carpets, my God, we have so many choices for carpet cleaning. Everyone seems to have their own way of doing it. And I think what we need to do is explore them all and see the pros and cons. So, Richard, if you had to sum up Denver Clean Pro, what is your method? What is your method? What is your secret?
Well, what we do is instead of using a lot of hot water and soap in the carpet and using suction to remove the dirt, we use an ion exchange process. So we get enough cleaning solution on the carpet to get it damp. And then we work the cleaning solution to the base of the fibers, because wherever there's no cleaning solution, nothing happens. And then we run a cleaning pad over the carpet that the combination of what's on the carpet and the pad and everything else initiates an ion exchange process to pull the dirt out. So we use ion exchange to put the dirt in the carpet, or from the carpet into the cleaning pad, rather than suction.
Okay, now why do you do that? And when you say an ion exchange, it is a chemical bond, or is it's a physical bond? It's an attraction.
Yeah, some sort of
physics.
attraction.
Right. It absolutely is. I was reading about it, and
cleaning pad rather than suction.
Hold on, let me see. For some reason, I'm getting some audio here, and I don't know why.
It is a chemical bond, or is
Let me
it's
just
a physical
cut that.
bond?
I'm getting some extra audio here, so it fed back to me. Okay, it stopped. So basically, you do this cleaning solution. What kind of solution is it? It goes deep into the fibers. It doesn't soak the carpet.
No.
Okay. Is it like a dry cleaning solution?
It is not. It's a citrus-based organic cleaning solution.
So it's citrus-based and organic, which is safe.
And it's water-based.
Okay, so it's not oily.
No.
And it doesn't attract dirt. It's water-based. So it goes onto the carpet. Does it loosen dirt? Does it attach to dirt? What does it do to the dirt and debris in the carpet?
The guy who invented the process was holding some of the information pretty close to his vest. But from what it looks like, it attracts the cleaning solution, attacks the dirt, probably binds to the dirt.
Yes.
And then when the cleaning pad goes over the carpet, the combination gets pulled into the cleaning pad.
And this pad literally attracts that solution along with the debris.
Yeah.
And there's no vacuuming done at all?
No, none whatsoever.
And the carpets come really, really clean?
Yes.
And they're dry immediately?
They're dry typically in about 1 to 2 hours.
Okay, so, but I mean, immediately they're only slightly damp, I would imagine.
Yeah, it depends. Some people, when I show up at their place, they have a soiled in traffic area or some stains that are pretty nasty, and I'll use more cleaning solution in order to break it up faster. Because a lot of people, if it takes a little bit extra time to dry, 3 or 4 hours rather than 1 to 2,
right,
they're just happier to get the stains gone.
Does it loosen up old stains and stuff like that too?
It'll loosen up any stains that haven't been set in the carpet. So, for example, I had a woman years ago that I walked in, and she had a little dog that was peeing all over the carpet.
Right, and it dries and it sets.
Well, what she did is she used a cleaner that she just bought off the shelf at the store that had an acid in it, and I told her, don't use that anymore because it's going to set all these stains.
So when you say set, what do you mean it sets a stain?
When you manufacture carpet, the fibers are a natural color. Looks white to me, but it's natural. When they want to change the color into something we want,
they dye it.
They use pigment and they use an acid to bind the colors permanently to the fibers.
Okay.
So when people use vinegar or other acidic items to try to treat a stain in a carpet, what ends up happening is if you don't get the stain out immediately, the acid will bind the stains to the fibers permanently.
So it actually becomes dyed.
Correct.
What do you do in a case like that?
I just tell if I know.
I mean, there's really no process that would clean that.
I can get the dirt out, but the discoloration will still be there. And when I know that's the case,
and the discoloration would be there with any method.
Correct.
Because the fibers themselves have been dyed, so to speak.
Yeah. And what I tell people is if I know that's the case, I'll tell people this is what's going to happen. I'll clean it. It'll be squeaky clean, but it's still going to be discolored. Because some people are hiring me because they want the appearance to look better.
Now, it's not always discolored. It's only when stains are set.
Correct.
So what do we do to make sure we don't set stains? Okay. For example, we spill something like, okay, let's take the worst. You spill some red wine.
Red wine, I would blot it up with a damp. Well, first I blot up what I can with something dry until there's no more moisture.
Okay, just blot up as much as possible. Then what?
And then use a damp rag or paper towel and blot it up.
Okay, then what? Then leave it?
If the discoloration's gone, there's probably still going to be a remnant, but my job is to take care of the remnant once a year. If you still see it and you're blotting and blotting.
You can come and spot clean that, right?
Yes, I'm willing to do it. My advice to people is how to get rid of stains, because most people don't want to be spending money every few weeks to have me come in and doing a spot cleaning.
Right.
But my main thing is I want to make sure that if they're blotting it up, because by the time I would come up to try to take care of a red wine stain, it's already set. So
can you keep it from setting and then have you clean it? In other words, or does it eventually set no matter what?
It's going to set no matter what, unless you can get it out.
Okay, so you got to blot as much as possible, or it will set.
Yeah, and don't scrub it either. If you scrub the carpet, it'll leave a wear spot, which will draw attention to itself.
Okay, so when you have a stain and you blot up as much as possible, and you don't scrub it, you just try to keep it as blotted as possible, for lack of a better word. That's it?
That's all you can do at that point.
And that's for any method?
Correct.
All right, hold on. Let's take David, who has an issue with a bank, and then we'll go back to this. That's fascinating, because I think that a lot of people have false expectations of carpet cleaning. And I've noticed you don't do a lot of exaggerating. And I notice a lot of people that do only end up disappointing anyway. You got to be honest up front as to what to expect. Really, that's okay. Now, David, what's going on with you? Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALKS, the number. What's going on, David?
I own a landscaping company here in Denver, Colorado, and I have been banking with Huntington Bank for a couple of years now, and I wrote a check to one of my employees a month and a half ago, just as I do every week.
Yes.
For whatever reason, this check somehow disappeared into thin air, and Huntington has done literally, as far as I'm concerned, once they escalated it and were supposedly getting me to their customer service that's supposed to help out with this, they transferred me to somebody that, I'm not trying to.
Hey, David, I need to ask something. When you say you wrote a check, did you put it in the mail or hand it to the employee?
I handed it to my employee, and then he tried cashing it in his bank as he does every week.
And then when he tried cashing it, what happened?
He called me the next Monday or Tuesday and said that the check bounced. They said that it was due to insufficient funds, which is another part of this, which is absolutely not true. So I don't know why I don't know what's going on here, but if I wasn't going into the bank every other day to manage this situation, I don't know that it would ever get taken care of. So it's just really the lack of customer service and what's going on over there that's really bothering me. And I mean, if anybody wants to go find a new bank, I would probably skip that route if you're looking to get help or get taken care of or get anybody that wants to act
Do you
like
want
they
us?
actually care about
Do you want
helping
us
you
to
resolve
call?
issues.
Do you want us to call or do anything about it? Because here's the deal: the money is still in your account. Obviously, if the check bounced, it was a mistake. So no money was taken out of your account, right?
No, the money was taken out of my account. That's the problem. I'm trying to get the money back into my account.
Wait, it was taken out of your account, but you said the check bounced, so your employee did not get the money.
He didn't get it. I didn't get it. The money has been dispersed into.
Okay, this sucks. Hold on a second. If you could be so kind to hold on, this is important. I want to give you more time. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show right after this. 303-713-8255. DenverRegen.com for stem cell therapy. I've had it done. It works. Genuine stem cell therapy. DenverRegen.com.
Yep.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we're looking better on the highways out here now. We've had 2 accidents that have been cleared. Northbound at Broadway, no longer backed up. We do have a little bit of traffic, though, coming out of the Tech Center. And 225 at Alameda is gone, and 225 is now wide open for you. Southbound 25 into downtown, it's a little sluggish. I-70 west from Colorado to Brighton. And we've got rockfall mitigation going on over Loveland Pass, or make that Vale Pass. They've been closing the highway several times already, and traffic is tied up between Vale and Copper Mountain, both directions. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
If you want the best prices and value on a bathroom remodel, go with the name that says it all, DiscountBath.com. You can't get any more simple than that. DiscountBath.com. They'll walk the entire project, talk to you on the phone, do a Zoom call, whatever it takes. Go over plans, come up with plans, all free of charge with no obligation, because they know you will ultimately choose them when it comes to value and when it comes to beauty, when it comes to efficiency of design. Whether it's for your fix and flip, your rental, your dream home, DiscountBath.com has a budget to fit you. Or you may just want to do that walk-in shower. Yeah, for $9,888 fully installed. Whatever it is, a shower or an entire bath, DiscountBath.com, 720-979-2322.
Thank you.
What kind of conversation is that?
Well, they were asking something technical, and his question to me was, do you know whether or not we can do this or not? And I said, yeah. So we can do it? I said, no. No, you asked, do I know whether or not you can do it? And I'm saying, yes, I know the answer.
Oh.
He goes, oh, for God's sake. If I were to ask you specifically, can we do this or not, would you answer? Oh, yeah. He goes, are we able to play from our computer? I said, no. No. Why is that? Is that another question?
Oh, that's funny.
What a dick.
Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name?
Oh, it's over. They're gone.
Hello?
It could be him again.
Dun.
I'm sorry?
Hey, just slurp some nice noodles over there in your home country.
Yes,
Your
actually.
homeland,
Actually,
motherland.
all handmade, homemade pasta.
Just for that, I'm
going to tell you something, though, seriously. The food wasn't as great as you'd expect. I mean, it was good, but, we got some really good shit here in America as far as restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm serious. It's like...
It's true.
I know people say, you got to see this and see that.
Well, listen, have you seen any of that footage from the World Cup fans that came here and have said, oh, my God, you've got the greatest thing, whatever accent, whatever country they're from.
The United
they're like,
States.
Holy crap, these restaurants.
Not just the restaurants. We are so fucking spoiled in this country. We have it so well.
Well, I'm gonna get on my $2,000 phone later and complain about the good life. You know that.
Hey, where did this guy go with the bank?
No idea.
No idea. Just hung up.
Okay, well.
Yeah, like as soon as we went to break, he hung up. I didn't even get a chance to.
All right. I'm gonna just tell him. I mean, he has a lot of rights here.
All right, here you go.
MyMoneyMyWay.com. All right, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Listen to this, okay? The guy that called about the bank, he didn't hang on, but he owns a landscaping company and does banking with Huntington Bank. He hates him. He said he recently wrote a check to an employee. The check bounced, but they took money out of his account. Well, that doesn't even make sense. How do you take money out of an account and have a check bounce and then not be able to get the money back? And also, if the check bounced, he'd have a copy of the check. So with that copy of the check, this bank, he could easily take to small claims court and get his money back. Easily. And they won't show up. They're going to pay it. I sued a bank one time for overcharges. For overdraft. No. I know what it was. They bounced a check of mine one time, or they didn't honor it. They said it looked suspicious, even though I told them to go ahead and cash it, and they didn't. And as a result, I lost a deal, and I sued them for damages, and I won. I sued them for damages because they were a holder in due course of this transaction, and they screwed it up. They just decided not to honor that check, and there was no viable reason. So banks are vulnerable for this, and we would have walked you through going after them. Right now, who is this on the phone? Is it the name Erd? Is it what's the name there?
I believe it's Irid.
Irid. Okay.
Erd, sorry.
Erd. Okay, we'll go with Erd. Erd, what's going on with your landlord?
Well, my daughter moved into a house, and the landlord lives in front, and it was not disclosed to us. There was a mice infestation. There was mice droppings in the cabinets upstairs, downstairs, and in the laundry room. And me being the emotional father, I hired a pest control person to come in
on your own dime.
Yes, I know it was a mistake. Thank you very much.
Well, I
But,
mean it's pretty bad. I mean, you know what I'm saying is this pretty nice of you, but okay. So what happened?
Well, she wouldn't let them spray. They set traps, but there was no spraying because she didn't want to spray in her organic fields or something.
Yeah.
So understandable. What I'm doing, I'm either going to cancel my year litigation of the critters, and I have to pay $225, which won't kill me, or it's $59 a month moving forward for the rest of the year, which I'm going to do.
Now let me get this straight. Right now, though, did you enter into a yearly contract with this pest control company?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason you don't want them to continue is because your daughter doesn't want them to spray, and that's their number one weapon.
No, the owner of the property does not want them to spray.
Oh, the owner does not want. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, that's okay.
So what is the owner going to do in place of this? If the owner won't let you spray, what does the owner suggest he do to get rid of this? Because it's his problem. This is a warranty of habitability problem.
Right. Well, handing out a mouse trap, and that's not sufficient enough.
Okay, so is he willing to let her out of the lease?
Yes. However, she already paid for July move-in, and that's when she found out about the mice.
Right.
So I want we want our 1 month rent back to us, and our security deposit.
Is she not living in there right now?
No, she has not slept there. She moved most of her stuff in on move-in day, and that's when the mice droppings are
well,
found.
if she never moved in due to a habitability issue and she can document it, I think she's got a pretty good chance of getting that back if she made a deposit plus a first month's rent. What do you say, Dee?
Tom, what about introducing her to some of the cat rescue organizations that I work with, and maybe she'll get a cat, and that way she doesn't have to spray, and she'll have a sweet little cuddly kitty cat at home.
Yeah, but
do you think that's an option?
I think they're way past that at this point.
No, you're never way past that point.
The landlord is willing to let you out. What did the landlord say about the July rent?
Nothing. I haven't approached her yet. But about the mouse, she says you have to expect mice because we live in a open field area.
Yeah, but not an infestation. Okay, the warranty of habitability says that an infestation of pests is a non-starter. So you're going to have to kind of negotiate here. You're going to have to go in on a position of strength. Look up the Warranty of Habitability Act. Infestation is one of the things covered. And tell the landlord you not only expect to leave, but you expect to get the rent and the security deposit back because you haven't been able to enjoy the premises. Now, I think, again, this is a pain in the ass, but I don't see how you lose in small claims court if you have documented everything, and especially if you were willing to hire this pest control company. I'd even sue for the balance of that contract. That this landlord can't get away with this. I mean,
the other thing is I was going to offer a new move-in date in August if she can do something about the mice control.
In other words, you would postpone the move-in date if she would do something. But do you believe she'll do anything? It sounds to me like she's just resigned to having mice. Hold on, I got to take this break. Well, I'm going to come right back to you. Please hang on.
Yep.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're looking better on the highways out here now. We've had 2 accidents that have been cleared. Northbound at Broadway, no longer backed up. We do have a little bit of traffic, though, coming out of the Tech Center. And 225 at Alameda is gone, and 225 is now wide open for you. Southbound 25 into downtown, it's a little sluggish. I-70 west from Colorado to Brighton. And we've got rockfall mitigation going on over Loveland Pass, or make that Vale Pass. They've been closing the highway several times already, and traffic is tied up between Vale and Copper Mountain, both directions. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, Compass Insurance Group has a special coverage for high deductible policies. A lot of insurance companies are forcing very high deductibles of $20,000 and $30,000 sometimes for hail, wind, and damage, hail to the roof, hail and wind damage to the roof. Now listen to this. This special policy will cover that high deductible, and when you add it to your regular premium, you save money. So why not call Compass about this special supplemental loss coverage, or for all your insurance needs, or for a free insurance checkup to make sure you have the best coverage. 303-996-9000, 996-9000. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. What he is doing right now are free market valuations of your home to see what it will sell for. Now listen, we have questions. What will my house bring in this market, considering interest rates, inflation, considering supply and demand, the neighborhood, the comparables? What can I hope to get? Frank Duran can tell you with his vast 30 years of experience. Not only that, he can tell you what you can afford to buy as well after netting what you net from the house you're in. Call Frank for this free, valuable, detailed service. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Very nice.
I still think my cat idea was the best one.
I think it was a great one, but I think so. Erd, and then just Craig. Tell Craig to hang on. We'll get to him too.
Well, we'll do what we can, but I mean, I'm not promising anything.
Oh, Shannon.
Now listen, do we have another deputy on today?
We have Dollar in the studio.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
here,
know
Tom.
that. I want to. Hey, Dollar, I didn't know you were there. I want you to call this landlord and give him the facts of life.
Will do.
But okay. As far as security deposit, and if they never moved in, they're even willing to move in August, postpone the move-in date if the landlord will do anything about the mice.
Better be a nice place to hate. I don't know.
It's in a field.
Are you sure the mice are gone? And oh my God. It brought down the cruise ship. Mess with hantavirus.
Shannon?
Yes, sir.
Hey, are there any passes over there? Free passes to the Cheyenne Frontier Days?
No, I'd blow a guy to go to Frontier Days. Trust me. I mean, I know that's not very country, but goddamn.
Wonderful.
We used to have all kinds of free passes to
Yeah,
Front.
because Rich Foro was in charge of it. Do you remember that, Tom? Do you remember Rich?
No, I'm trying. No, not really.
Really? Oh, he's stuck in my mind. He was a sales guy here, and then he went to run Cheyenne Frontier Days media stuff. And man, he'd get Stefan and I backstage and great parking and all sorts of stuff.
When is Frontier Days?
Should be.
It's
shortly.
starting this week.
Usually, yeah.
It's starting in the next day or two.
I don't hear much about it anymore like I used to.
It's a big deal.
It's huge, but
It goes on for like 10
they don't
days.
buy a lot of time with us anymore, so we're not.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Do you think that guy that you just mentioned would send us some passes?
Oh, I'm hoping he's dead. I think Rich is long gone. Oh, he was a slimy little. He was like I say, he was a sales guy here, and then he went to run the media for Frontier Days, and he's probably all gone. But Jess, just reaching out to Jessica Farias here. I mean, might as well ask the boss.
Well, I don't know the boss, but you do. Do you think you want to shoot her an email?
No, it's not worth it for me to.
Hey.
You'd rather blow a guy to get those passes than send her an email? That way you kill two birds with one stone, huh, Shannon?
That's right.
Okay.
Every year I think to myself, if I'm not at Frontier Days for 2 weeks in a row living on the grounds in a trailer, I've done something wrong. So every year I've said
Okay, we got all these calls piling up toward the end here, so we're going to have to explain to some of them that we will call them back after the break. But let me see what I can get through first.
Okay, you'll have a minute, so if you want to spend it explaining that's fine.
Never mind.
No,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
go to Erd and hand this off to Dollar, and then the other two, Craig and David, offer to call them back, get their phone number, because they probably won't hold, but it depends. Whatever you want to do, just get their number just in case. Tell them we can call them back.
We're going to get their Venmo and tell them you're sending them $50 to
Okay, good. That would be the good way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter Boyles used to do remotes.
I
He'd be
know.
up there for
So
a
did
full
I.
week.
I mean, we used to do also. What was the other one? Oh yeah, our local one. You know,
the National Western.
Yeah, man, we don't do anything anymore like that.
Good old days,
Then we used to do the Taste of Colorado.
Hang on.
Game. All right, I want to go back to Erd. Erd, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call that landlord for you. I'm going to get somebody, Deputy Dollar, one of our peeps here. He can talk to you off the air and get the information, and then we'll tell the landlord what they need to do, and we'll see what they're willing to do. If you're willing to move in August 1st, or your daughter, if they do something about it. So we'll try to work something out. So hang on, okay? And we'll come right back to you. So Deputy Dollar, why don't you call that landlord even while we're on the air and see what that landlord understands? Because that is definitely an issue covered by the Habitability Act. And she's going to have to give that money back anyway. But see if she's willing to do something about the rodent infestation. And then they'll move in the daughter will move in August 1st. David is back with the Huntington Bank problem we'll get to coming up. What happens when a bank withdraws money from your account but no one gets paid? Where is the money and what do you do about it? More and more like this is happening. We're going to cover it coming up.
Awesome, thank you. So sweet of you. Oh, wait. You're so nice.
That's the part I don't understand. How do you bounce a check and get the money taken out? Doesn't even make sense.
I guarantee it wasn't a bounced check. There was some other issue with it.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I mean, a bounced check means there wasn't enough money in the bank account. There was probably some deficiency in the check, like lack of signature or wrong signature, or wrong date.
Wrong amount.
All kinds of reasons checks get rejected.
Okay, do you want anything? Do you want anything? Do you want coffee or anything?
Yeah, water. I like you to refill some.
Okay, I have good reverse osmosis water. If you want it.
Thanks.
Oh, good.
SVT last year a couple times, and the second time they said you need more electrolytes.
Oh, what's SVT?
For your first dose pounding really effective.
Oh shit, that's scary.
Yeah. Well, I've had it off and on the whole life.
Mm-hmm.
But about a year and a half ago, 2.5 years ago or something.
Just floated the idea. They were talking about Waymo out in the newsroom. I said,
Oh
I'm gonna.
God,
It's not
that's
maybe $1 million idea. I'm gonna start an LGBTQ friendly automated ride service called Gamo. Or Flamo. Flamo's fun.
But they still want to staff.
See, that's funny because I said Flamo to them and they responded.
But what does that have to do with electrolytes?
Thank you.
Well, the
You're very
electrolytes
kind.
with the SVT.
Because it also implies it could end in a fiery crash.
Yes. You have some positive and negative forces.
Sure.
And the electrolytes keep it in proper balance.
Yeah.
And when you have them, then your heart starts getting out of rhythm and starts pounding away to try to get caught up with something.
That's great.
And they said I need more potassium.
Mhm.
I said potassium.
Yeah.
But data.
Is that enough?
Somehow my TikTok
Oh, good.
algorithm has
Okay.
gotten stuck
Good.
on
Jeez, man,
people
that's a
scaring
scary
people in
problem.
their own homes or something. You know,
Yeah,
like a
to me,
kid
it's kind of
jumping
more
out or
of a pain in
whatever.
the ass 'cause I
Even
know
just
it's
accidentally
children.
standing there.
And the bright side of it is that I don't have to do any heavy duty.
Since there's nobody at my house, I have to watch other people.
Let's see. Adam? Adam, can you hear me?
Hang on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, I was just wondering.
Hey,
all
what's
the,
going on?
Hey, all the calls
Oh, no, you're good,
disappeared.
Shannon.
All the calls disappeared from Call Screener.
Yep, I got them written down, and I'll call them back when.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
We now take solutions to people that are having problems and solve the problems whether they wanted a solution or not. That's our new commitment as the Troubleshooter Show.
That is
that
awesome.
we will.
That is really inspiring.
It's a little like that Minority Report movie with Tom Cruise.
Mhm.
Is that we predict somebody having a difficult experience with a landscaper, and we'll show up at the house and make sure before a shovel even hits the ground that everybody's happy.
You said dicked.
Predict. As opposed to when you have a kid and that's post-dict.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you for calling Auto Maintenance Claims. Para español, oprima 2. This interaction is monitored and recorded by us, service providers, time and technology, and is used for purposes consistent with our privacy policy. By continuing, you consent to this use. See our privacy notice at insurance.com/privacy policy. If you're a vehicle owner calling about your contract, press 1. If you're a dealer, I didn't recognize the phone number you're calling from. Please enter the 10-digit phone number associated with your contract. That was 720-550-5650. If this is correct, press 1. Otherwise, press 2.
Oh, wait, I left my phone up there.
All right, coming back. You need to call somebody.
Yep.
Associated with this phone number or
1 minute.
examination-approved repair provider. Please press 1. View your contract coverage and find answers to frequently asked questions.
Yeah, no.
You can visit vehiclecareplan.com.
Hey, is this you, David? Perfect. I'm going to put you back on that hold because we're coming back to the show. Is that all right?
We can send you a personalized link so you can quickly access all your contract information, claim status, and
Show tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by waterpros.net. As I've said before, solid state, computerized, wonderful digital water systems at the very best pricing anywhere. It just doesn't get better. If you're looking for conditioning, softening, you're looking for water to drink, reverse osmosis, waterpros.net. No reason to go anywhere else. 303-862-5554. Now, David has a problem with a bank. We've been discussing it here. We've also consulted an expert, and it happens more than you'd like to believe, basically. We have an issue where a bank just takes your money and it disappears into Never Never Land. Just disappears. Now, it can be frightening because all banks say is, well, we didn't do it, or we sent it back, or we did this, or we did that. The problem with this one, he says that his landscaping company does business with Huntington Bank. And actually, I've never heard of that bank locally. Have you heard of that, D. Huntington?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see their branches all over the place.
Okay, so anyway, he said he recently wrote a check to an employee, and the employee tried cashing it, and it bounced. But what I find odd is he says the money was drafted out of his account. So how do you have it both ways? That's what I don't understand. They told your employee to go away. It was bounced. It's a bad check. They kept the check, yet money was taken out of your account for the amount of that check, right, David?
Exactly.
And that money was taken out. Then how did the check bounce? Did anyone ask that very obvious question? How do you bounce a check if you've taken the money out?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, at this point, my employee, he took it over there. He tried cashing it over the weekend. He said the check bounced, said it didn't go through, which, right, it should not have been taken out of my account. That's why this is so frustrating, because I'm trying to get somebody who is,
right,
a decision maker or high up at Huntington to call them to try to discuss with them what's going on and try to get a solution.
David,
I'm a business owner, like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
David,
I have to go.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. We have a question for you. Hold on.
I got a couple of quick questions for you. So it was a payroll check that you wrote to one of your employees, and then he took it to a branch of Huntington Bank to turn it into cash. Is that right?
No, it wasn't to another branch of Huntington. It was his branch,
Okay.
Western Sierra, which is in
Okay,
California.
So he took it to his bank. And then did he deposit it in his bank, or did he try to turn it into cash?
He probably tried to deposit it, from what I understand. He usually does with
How
his,
much? How much was the account for? I mean, the check for?
$850.
Okay.
Wait, Tom, hold on.
Yeah.
If his employee took this check to his employee's bank,
right, his
he
own
would have
bank,
deposited it,
right.
So if the check bounced for insufficient funds,
right,
Huntington would return it to the employee's bank,
right.
The bank would return it to the employee. I've deposited a check that ended up being bounced.
You're right.
And so the employee would get back the check.
Right.
So, David, does your employee, how long ago did this happen? And did your employee get the check back?
That's a good question.
No, that's the whole point of that's the whole point of this whole thing is I can't get anybody. And what I was explaining, I'm a small business owner, so when things go awry, guess who has to get on the phone?
No, I know it's a pain. I know it, and it costs you time and money. I get it, man.
Right. So what I'm saying is, why isn't Huntington or Sierra West, like, nobody's doing anything? And I just keep going into the bank and going into the bank and going into the bank, and it's like, I need somebody to call somebody or
David,
try to do
David, hang on.
Like, I'm running my business.
I understand your frustration, and it's well founded. But
I think
these
we can
are
help.
important details,
Yeah.
and we can help if we get through some important details.
Yeah.
Did your employee get the bounced check back from his bank?
No.
How long ago did this happen?
2.5 months ago.
What does he know? How does he know it bounced?
That's what they told him.
Oh,
and I just went into my bank. I called my bank again before this phone call to be like, that money got taken out of my account, correct? And he said yes.
Wait, what did you ask them? Hold on.
With a guy there that I've known it.
Hold on.
For a long time.
David,
and he's, yep.
What did you ask your bank? Slowly, what was that question you presented to your bank today?
If that money ended up coming out of my account, that he...
And they said no.
The same check that we're talking about.
They said they did not take the money out of your account for that check?
No, my bank said that the money did indeed come out of the account.
Okay, so the check cleared.
It has not been put back in.
Okay. The money was taken out.
That means the check cleared.
That's right. That's what it's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
The check cleared. But he said they told him the check bounced, but he doesn't have a copy of it. I think your employee is mistaken, because if they took the money out of your account and it's not in your account anymore and they don't have a returned check, then that money went into your employee's account.
That means the check cleared.
Right.
It not bounced.
So he's guys.
Yeah.
I have had him call his bank, and the check is not in there either. That is part of the problem here. I can't get people to find out.
No, I get it.
and
I
me
get
what
it.
happened
So
with
the
this
money,
very
the
odd
money is
situation.
literally missing. The money that was taken out of David's account, it was never deposited into the employee's account, and the check was never returned. No one. That's why David's calling. He says no one knows what the hell's going on. So I mean,
nobody will help me between the two banks. So I don't know what to do.
But David, I don't think Huntington Bank is at fault here. The problem is with your employee's bank or his bank account or your own employee's assessment of the situation. Has your employee sat down with you and showed you his past 2 months' bank statements where you can see that check being deposited into his account?
Like if Huntington took the money out of your account, they send it through payment. They don't keep it anywhere. They send it to that bank through an automated clearinghouse.
I understand how I know how all this works. I get it.
Did you get did you request a copy of that cleared check from Huntington? My bank supplies me with photocopies of cleared checks if I ask for them.
I mean, I'm sure I could.
That's your starting point.
Again, before I made this phone call, okay, I can do that. Before I made this phone call, I called my bank to check for the 12th time that the money did indeed come out of my account and has not been put back, and that is the case.
Okay, that's the next step, David. Listen, we're not trying to make this hard on you, but this is the next logical step.
And we will show you step by step how this bank is going to be accountable to you, but we have to do it step by step. The next step is
to call Huntington Bank and request a photocopy of that check. David, unless you have do you have electronic access to your bank account like I do, where you can just view copies of all the checks that clear the account?
Yeah, can you go online and look at your checks?
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
I think it's checks. I can't remember if it's checks that come in or out. I can only view ones that come in and out. I can't.
Yeah, those are the checks.
I think you can only view the ones that cleared, actually.
Yeah, the checks that you write. are still, the images of those checks are in your bank account.
That's right.
And you'll see the front and the back. On the front, you'll see who you made out the check to. On the back, you'll see who endorsed the check and
where it went.
What bank stamped it received.
Right. Or if it was counted out in cash, they will let you know on the back of that check what happened to those funds. If it said deposited, if it says cash, sometimes it lays out what they've done with it. But that's the first thing I would do, is seek a copy of that check. Because if it bounced, then I would say, where is the copy? Now, does your bank acknowledge that it bounced?
No, they took the money out of the account.
Here's what I want to know, though. If you call your bank with that check number, do they have it listed as a bounced check?
I would have to check to see what they have it listed as.
That's the main. Well, we want to know how your bank is treating this, because if your bank is treating this as a paid instrument, then we go to the other bank or to your employee and figure it out on that end. If, on the other hand, your bank is calling it bounced, then we need to deal with it at your bank. So we need to know either one, and we need a copy of that check. And then we'll help you. We've done this before where people have gotten money back. I mean, but you have to start with some very basic information. A copy of the check you can get online, and then the status of the check according to your bank. Those are the things we need. And I'm taking copious notes here, so when you call us back, you don't have to go through all this crap again, and we'll have it right here for you, waiting for the information.
David, do you have time to go do that right now? We still have 2.5 hours in the show left.
No, I'm in my truck right now, but
Okay.
I can start working on getting this stuff together.
It's not that much. A copy of the check and the status of the check according to your bank. If your bank says it bounced, then you have your bank, you have them over a barrel because they took out the money, yet they claim it bounced. But if your bank says it was paid and it didn't bounce, then we go after the other bank. And that's going to be an easy process.
It's super simple, Tom. When you write a check, that's the epitome of the so-called paper trail.
Right. And we can take you through the process of getting that liquidated, either with the bank itself or through small claims court. But I'm telling you, you will win. You will get your money. That's nothing to sneeze at, $850. So hang in there. Hold on, Axe. Get this information for him so we can call him back and check with him. But meanwhile, give him the information on how to get back in touch with us as well. And 303 Martino is a good starting place. All right, now, Greg, real quick here, I'll start your question and then we'll pick it up. What are you calling about, Greg?
My son's truck, he was hit by a drunk driver. Progressive totaled it, and we are drastically far apart on the valuation of the truck.
Okay, we've handled this before, and it's going to be a matter of math, and it doesn't lie. So hang in there. 303, we'll come right back to you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Dan McKenzie can do a will for you if you need one. He's working with me. They can do a simple will. They can do a trust. They can do a combination of the two. They even have LLCs they can form for carrying your assets instead of a trust. They have creative ideas. They're great people, and I highly recommend Dan McKenzie for your estate planning purposes. 833-CO Plans, 833-CO Plans. Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law.
Step right up, America. Got equipment to sell or looking for something ready to work? At Purple Wave Auction.
Out Euro.
Okay, he can hear you now. Do it. Say it.
Look at the note on Euro, Tom.
The note. Okay, give out europlumbingcolorado.com. Okay, got it.
Okay, Tom, you, Euro, then him.
Got it. EuroPlumbingColorado.com. You need repiping. They can do it, and they do it at the best prices and value anywhere, including drywall. Europlumbing, the lowest prices in plumbing, period. EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Now, what is repiping? It's when you have that old pipe that needs to be repiped. A lot of people are doing it. Thousands of people need it. When you call for repiping, usually Europlumbing is the one that shows up to do it. So go direct to the source and get your repiping done with Apex, the lifetime plumbing. That's EuroPlumbingColorado.com. You can even get prices there. EuroPlumbingColorado.com.
Here at the Raw. Huh, I expected more from Mark. That's weird.
What do you mean more?
He had to become the banker there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mark, are you back? Well, that's why I texted you, because I didn't know if you were dead. Can you do it in 10 seconds? Here you go. 10 seconds.
Or to speak to our amazing admissions team today. The Raleigh House. We're here for you.
You know, we got a free movie event coming up this month, July 23rd at 6:30 at the new Parker Theater. You're going to love it. In fact, popcorn, drinks, everything's included, but it's all about retirement. In fact, this time we're having a raffle. 3 different prizes you can win, but you're going to get such an education when it comes to long-term care, when it comes to guaranteed retirement, when it comes to great bonuses. You're just going to get a great education, and it's a great free movie, and you can check out the new theater in Parker. Get signed up now. You can also watch the trailer at mymoneymovie.com. Simple as that. Go to mymoneymovie.com.
Switching your account number.
That's some good stuff right there, man.
Even.
Hee-wee. They're loud, whoever that is.
Right? I can hear them a lot more today than I have any other day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Saturday Night Live once did a bit a million years ago.
Oh, no. You have time for a call. Let me get rid of it. But I wanted you to know we got plenty of time to get you back.
If you have a 20 and you need
I'm
two
sorry,
fives
man.
and a 10.
Yeah, if you need to make a call, go ahead and then
If you need quarters, we also have those. And it is painful how long the bit goes on.
Oh, God.
Where the bank manager is talking about all the different ways they can make change. 2 dimes and a nickel? That's a quarter. It's brutal.
Oh, that's awesome. It goes on for, what, like 10 minutes?
Oh, well, I mean, even 3 minutes is way too much.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Gentlemen, stand by.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's go to Greg. His son was hit by a drunk driver. The at-fault insurance company is undervaluing his son's car for the totaled purposes. Now, Greg, that is not etched in stone anywhere. Value is value based on what you can prove as far as replacement goes. So let me ask some basic questions. What are they saying it is worth? What are they offering?
They're placing a market value of $10,636.03.
Basically, okay, we're going to now split hairs, but they're offering 10.6. What do you think it's
10.5.
worth?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think
17.
it's worth? 17. And how did you come up with your price?
I can value it 2 different ways. One is pulling up comps, so similar year, similar mileage vehicles that are for sale. So it's a for sale comp, but the for sale comps are coming in at about $18,000. The other is based on what I have invested in the truck. I only bought it a few months before.
Yeah, that is never what you have invested in it is never accurate because people overpay.
I understand that, but they both come to about the same number.
Yeah, well, that's okay, but the other one doesn't count. I mean, it doesn't matter what you paid for. What matters is what it will take to replace it. That's what matters. And the actual market value.
Very similar truck for sale in Arizona right now that they're asking $18,000 for. There's another very similar one up in Longmont. They're asking $18,000 for.
Yeah, not asking is the key word. You have to know what the sales are. So I want to know this. What is the vehicle?
It is a 2009 Chevy Colorado 4-door 4-wheel drive with 42,000 miles.
So it is a 2009 4-door Chevy Colorado. And
4-wheel drive.
Okay. Right. Oh, that's important. 4-door 4-wheel drive Chevy Colorado. And with
42,000 miles.
42,000. Okay. And we have a place, by the way, that can value these, and they actually can go so far as to go to court for you, but they can help you fight your insurance company. I would go to them to get an honest valuation first to make sure, because they truly are appraisers. That's what they do. They appraise for accidents and for insurance, and they do your first blush. I believe they do it free of charge. And then I think there's a flat fee after that if you go further, right?
Yeah, they'll give you the first rough draft estimate for free, and frequently, Tom, they do it right on the air when we get them on. Are you thinking about petty details?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be appropriate to get them on the air and get their kind of initial spin on this?
Yeah, we could get them on the air to actually talk about it. If you can call Petty over at Petty Details, that would be a good, just to see what they think. We haven't checked in with them for a while, and we can revisit what they do if you ask him to come on. But let me give you his information, okay? It's Petty Details Appraisal Services. And the number, we're going to try to get him on now just for first blush, 214-227-2154. And the website is diminishedvalueexpert.com. and they will give you a free diminished value claim consultation, because if you have, and when it says diminished value, it's not just diminished value, like, for example, on new cars and what they're worth. They also help with evaluating the total value of a car when they total it out. So even though it says diminished value, that's one of the things they do, but they do full appraisal services to let you know about how far off that company is. But here's another thing to be aware of. You have every right to go after the other party for your losses. I want to ask an obvious question. Do you have collision coverage that would cover this?
So we have coverage on the truck. I did contact my insurance agent, and she said that State Farm is unable to subrogate on this claim. So I don't know the details.
Wait a minute.
Question.
State Farm, is your son's company a State Farm?
Yes.
And what do they mean they're unable to subrogate? I need to ask a very basic question. Do you have collision coverage on this Colorado?
I'm not sure if it's collision or if it's
well, if it's not collision coverage, if it's not collision coverage, they're not going to cover it. If you do have collision coverage, they don't have a choice but to cover it. They don't have a choice. Now, it's subject to a deductible, but they have to cover the car. And your son pays the deductible, and then your son can go after the other party in small claims court or somewhere to get the deductible. He might have a $1,000 or $2,000, maybe at the most I've seen ever is $2,500. Some people, I imagine, could have a $5,000 deductible. But what were you going to say,
Greg? It's also called full coverage. Does that term ring a bell with regard to your
right? Well, I know what you mean. I just don't remember what I put on it. But I'm pulling the policy up right now as we speak.
If the car is financed,
so I can answer that question in a moment.
Are you making payments on this wrecked car?
No, I paid cash.
Okay, so you may not have.
On a 2009, it's very likely you won't have collision because it's so old.
And Tom,
there's a $500 comp deductible on the policy.
Yeah, that's not collision. That's comp. That's a different loss. That's for wind and hail and fire and that kind of thing.
And Tom, I don't understand this weird comment. When State Farm told Greg that they cannot subrogate this claim, that's the insurance company's problem, not Greg's.
Yeah, but I think what they meant was there's nothing to pay. They're not going to take care of it. Yeah. I think they meant to say he doesn't have coverage.
You think he doesn't have collision coverage?
I'm positive because he's only showing a deductible there for comp. And if he had collision, they would show a collision deductible. But it's understandable on a truck worth about 17 grand. That's about 20. It's about, let's see, 10, 15 years old. 16.
Yeah, and my son is 23 years old, and so I think the insurance was going to be several $1,000s a year, so I elected not to do that.
Yeah, collision coverage.
Let me ask another quick question if I can.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to take the insurance company's offer and then sue the insured for the difference?
Now, sometimes, let me tell you why.
Claims court rather than court.
Well, sometimes, because here's what happens. Usually, when the other insurance company pays the loss, they make you indemnify the insured. So you sign a release saying you're not going to go after anybody. But if they don't do that, then you would be able to. If they simply pay you without making you sign anything, then you can go after the other party. But what you should do, rather than do that, I would go to Petty Details, and I'm hoping Axe is calling them.
He's on the air. He's on the phone.
Oh, he is?
Line 6.
Okay, let's talk to Jason with Petty Details. Hey, Jason, we have a quick question for you. When you are they're offering 10.6. He believes it's worth 17 grand. Again, it might be too hard to do on the fly. It's a 2009 4-door, 4-wheel drive Chevy Colorado. So it's a 2009 4-door, 4-wheel drive Chevy Colorado
with only 40,000 miles.
42,000 miles, and he thinks it's worth around 17 grand. They're offering 10.6. That seems like a pretty big cavern there, difference. So what do you think at first blush? Do they always come in low?
Well, I mean, for the most part, most of the programs that insurance carriers use they have an algorithm that doesn't pick the very best comps for sure, and so normally they're a little bit low. Sometimes they'll get it close. But how many miles did you say were on that vehicle?
42,000.
Okay, yeah, that's the problem. Is this they're not going to see another one that old that has that low of miles. Is it the Z85 or the Z71?
Which one is it?
It's the SLT, and there are actually 4 currently for sale.
Wow.
In that mileage range that I found online.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, I would have had the vehicle more closer to the $13,000 mark. So I'm sort of in between what the carrier and the owner says. And normally the owner knows better than I do because there may be options or things on it that I'm not accounting for. But yeah, I mean, it seems low just on the face of it because that's such a low mileage vehicle that you pay a premium for that. That's the main driver of a vehicle's value once it's used.
So, okay. Basically, he wants to know if they offer him that and he takes it, can he go after the other guy for the difference? And I'm saying usually they make him sign a full release.
Yeah, that gets tricky because you get into, a mitigation factor. You have to document the value of the vehicle. If you accept the payment from your carrier, they're subrogated to recover the money. So they're going to attempt to recover what they've paid out from the at-fault driver, and they're not. It's going to be a problem because they're going to claim the full amount that they've paid out is what they've paid him. And if he asks for additional, they're just going to argue that the value was what the carrier put and not pay it. So
I get it. Yeah. By the way, he doesn't have collision coverage. This is totally being offered by the at-fault insurance company. And again, when there is a difference, what happens when they can't come to an agreement on price? What do they do?
Yeah, there's not really a solution on a third-party claim like that. That falls into what. Even if they don't make him sign a release, they could use what they call the doctrine of accord and satisfaction.
Yeah.
Saying that, look, here's your check, you cashed it, that's a release. And they could act like that. And so you have to, you can't settle the claim. The only option that you would have would be to litigate the matter in small claims court to force a better settlement.
Yeah, or what you do is it's too much for small claims. You're going to have to take, Greg, here's the bottom line, and thank you very much. By the way, Jason with Petty, and Petty is diminishedvalueexpert.com. They're on our referral list at referrallist.com, and they're listed on the referral list as Petty Details Appraisal Services. So thank you. Now, getting back to you, Greg, the bottom line is this. If the amount is not sufficient, you probably can't take the lower amount and then go after the other driver. What you can do, though, is go after the other driver from the get-go, right from the beginning. In other words, don't even consider the 10.6. Get a realistic value here. I think 17 might be high based on what I'm finding, but get a price that you feel is fair and sue the other driver for that amount. That other driver, trust me, is going to yell and scream at his insurance company to protect him. And I think that'll goose the price up a little. But unfortunately, it's going to take the threat of a lawsuit, possibly a letter from an attorney to the insured saying, we're holding you personally responsible for this loss. That's the best we can tell you at this point.
Demand letter.
That's what you have to do.
Can you recommend an attorney?
Well, yeah, for this,
I think. Well, our caller is in Arizona, isn't he?
Are you in Arizona, Greg?
No. I'm in Colorado. I cited the truck for sale in Arizona because it's almost identical, but there's one very similar in Longmont.
Hold on. We got to take this break. I got to come back and address this right after this.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. Denver's talk station. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Now, impact traffic.
Is Mark doing CMG or am I?
Down.
He is.
Okay.
That Castle Pines area. We've got some police activity that's been slowing traffic quite a bit. It's not a huge.
And you're hip to the clock, right? I don't need to belabor that.
Yeah, I know.
The E470.
I got it in trouble.
It looks like.
Well, no, I want you to know when we come back, you're already late to the.
I know it.
So
I know it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I was a little congested in and out of downtown with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.
You know, you get back from Europe and they really take it easy there, and you lose track of how.
Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Mandy Connell here.
Again, interesting. So, Mark, are you good with the CMG? He said yes right before we went to him, and now he's gone. Maybe I'll have you do it in 45. How's that, Tom?
About to talk to the adjuster.
Okay.
Understand. They're not on your side. Understand.
Just
they're
tell
your
me
adversary and enemy. They might treat you friendly, but they've got their own scripts. They've got their own training. What are you going to do when they say, we're going to ask you a few questions about your injuries? What are you going to do? What are you going to do when they say, we need to know your treating doctor's names and addresses, and we need you?
Oh, he muted himself and didn't know. So we're going to try him again.
All right.
And if you don't help us, we can't adjust your claim. Be very, very careful. Don't sign the releases. Call Bell and Pollock. Go to our website, championsofthepeople.com. We've got a checklist on this. We will help you.
Get more information or help from Bell and Pollock at championsofthepeople.com.
You know, if you need a home loan, whether a cash out to pay off high credit card debt or maybe a high car loan or a 30-year line of credit, imagine that on your house or even on your vacation house. Or if it's a new purchase, my son and daughter have both used CMG and John Clace. In fact, John lends out money all over the country, every state. They even have a 30-year line of credit, which is incredible for small business owners or contractors. You get access to that money anytime you want. Pay it up, pay it down. Simple interest so you save money. Lower fees. And, of course, lower interest rates. Call John direct, 303-577, 7206-303-577, 7206 or partnerinlending.com.
I thought for some reason I was going to miss her.
She had to reschedule because she had emergency surgery.
Colorado Springs Wiener Schnitzel only because they sent out a coupon again. For tomorrow.
Is she doing okay?
Yeah, Tuesday the 21st. So a week from today, Tuesday.
If it was walking distance. But I remember one of the things that's fantastic about the neighborhood, right across the street, Waffle House.
And then Rich will be here tomorrow.
That's great.
From 1 to 2.
Double dipping.
We could have done that by phone, but I mean, he's welcome to be here, but he could have done it by phone too. It's up to him.
Dutch Brothers.
It's always more fun to do it in person.
Okay.
And it makes for better video on the tube.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, the conversation might go into different places. Who knows?
Yep.
I love it. It's the only thing that I have favorited with a little heart on the map. down in the Springs. A little hard. So zoom in. Let's see what else. So there's the waffle. Oh, for God's sake, there's a Goodwill. Slim Chickens. Oh, and then the Dutch Brothers right across the street. Oh, I didn't see that. That's a tobacconist, right in the same parking lot as Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, does that mean you can get your cigars there? Or is that special?
I'm sure I go to an actual cigar store, but yeah, I could see what they have. I could stick in my mouth and light on fire. It's the dumbest freaking thing.
What a long brown object you can smoke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the other payoff is the urgent care right next door.
Hey, there you go.
Because I'm going to need it.
Right. All the wiener.
Shannon, I just found a great cigar dealer with prices much better than JR's or cigars.com, and they don't charge.
What do you got?
Let's see here. I need to send it to you privately. So how about I text it to Adam, and then he can give you that website, and I've ordered from them, and they're for real. And there's no excise tax, free shipping, no excise tax, and no sales tax.
The tax in where do I go?
You said Lakewood or Littleton?
Well, oh crap, we're coming back. I'll talk later. Here we go.
Hair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We have with us today DenverCleanPro.com. We've been talking about carpet cleaning. We're going to go back to Greg to finish this up. He's going to have to do a lawsuit. And can we recommend an attorney to write a letter?
Yeah,
I think we can. Yeah. But once you do this, listen, once you go down this road, it's gonna pull out the big guns. You got to be ready to file if you have to. But most likely, insurance companies will settle rather than have you take their client to court. Dimitri.
Hey, Tom. So I was going to recommend my own business lawyer that I've known for many, many years now. His name is Colin Moriarty. His office is at the Tech Center, and his phone number is 303-721-7112, extension 102, and his name is Colin Moriarty. You can also just Google him under that name, and you'll get a hit.
So he does general business stuff like this?
That's all.
Yeah, and so Greg, if you call him, say, look, I'm basically trying to threaten the other driver to come up, so his insurance company comes up with more money, and that's what it's going to be. But there have been cases, Greg, just so you know, where people have fought their the other party and won. In other words, the other party gets a judgment against them, and then their insurance has no question but to cover them. So it really can go. I don't see how it goes against you if the price you have is reasonable. The biggest problem people have is when they exaggerate the value of the vehicle. Now, I'm sorry, but I got behind, so I got to take this another quick break, but we have a lot more to talk about coming back. Apple Air with an E, it's really hot. Get someone you can trust at your house. Apple Air, heating and air, family owned and operated since 1988. That's appleair.com.
Thank you. Hey, did you need us to keep Greg? Did you have anything more for Greg?
No.
Okay, thank you. We'll make sure you get that.
Now we're going to go back, huh?
Castle Pines area.
Oh, yeah, it's right.
We've got some police activity that's been slowing traffic quite a bit.
Right.
It's not a huge delay, but something to watch for. Just kind of keep off to the left side as you're coming up through that stretch. The E470 toll highway northbound at 104th. It looks like road work that's kind of backing up traffic there. Pena is running heavy coming out of the airport from Tower.
Tom talked you out of a Genesis, and he sees and will do his become.
With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Genesis Total Exteriors. Get them to your house to assess the hail damage if you have any, or if you just want to spruce up the outside of your house, from roofing, gutters, fascia, soffits, siding, windows, doors, decking, and painting. They do it all. Genesis Total Exteriors.com, a company I've known and trusted for 30 years. 303-679-8509. That's 303-679-8509. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
You know, a free movie is coming up July 23rd. That's right around the corner. This time we're going to actually have a raffle and be giving away 3 different sets of gifts. You got to check it out. It's a new theater in Parker, Colorado. It was formerly the AMC. Now it's called the Imagine. The popcorn's included, the drinks are included, and more importantly, you're going to learn a lot about retirement. The movie is called The Retirement Deception. I want you to go to mymoneymovie.com right now. You can watch the trailer and reserve your free seats. Remember, it's coming up quick on the 23rd. The Retirement Deception, 100% free, including concessions. Go to mymoneymovie.com. mymoneymovie.com.
You guys are all right. We like you. Back here, we're thinking about you, and we like you guys a lot. Just want you to know that. Of course, we're not getting any response from you guys now.
I like when things are 90% off.
Oh my gosh, that's almost free. Free 99. I got something at Micro Center the other day. Oh, and yet another mouse, but just a mouse. I'm trying to take it easy anymore.
It's not one of those fancy ones with a bunch of holes.
$30, but it's the black version of this guy.
Oh, okay, nice.
Lovely, wildly gay, white light up. But so there was and it was marked down. It had the 40 to 30 manager's special or restock.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, the discounts. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I said to the kid, because they give you a tag with their little code on it to scan at the register, so they get
the little everyone
commission or something.
Everyone wants those little stickers to put on. I've seen people wait at the door. I should put the sticker on it real quick.
Right?
It is insane how important those little stickers are to those guys.
I know.
But yeah, what happened?
Oh, I said to the guy, I'm pretty sure that I want my tombstone to be one of these yellow manager's stickers, manager's special. Are you drawn to them in the store? Like a manager's special yellow tag clearance item?
I check them out when I see them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find good stuff.
I don't need press on nails, but damn, that's a good price. It's like, oh my God, I might do it. Fuck, I'm an idiot. But we knew that. Well, thanks, man. I'm a little bummed to see you.
Tom are both remote?
Home, yep.
Cool.
So there's hardly anything to do, but you remember this during the breaks, right?
Yeah.
And they can hear us, so I say horrible things to them. Although they've been pretty good today.
All right, well, I'm here. I can take that.
Well, I'll get them into because we're coming out. Well, they got 2 minutes. I'll stand up during. How's that?
No, you're fine.
It's good to have you, man. It is kind of stupid that there's like 3 or 4 of us that are happy to be here. Here we go.
Of every game.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. At the first sign of an injury or trouble with a car accident, John Fuller, Fuller Law, he's our go-to expert. He'll talk directly to you and get started on your case immediately. So give him a call with no obligation, 303-597-4500. 597-4500. Welcome. Now, Richard Thomas from DenverCleanPro.com has been with us. We've been busy with phone calls, thank goodness. If you have any phone calls, give us a call. Somebody does want to know, they're a little confused. They say, as far as their carpets go, are most stains set if you do nothing with them? Because you said it's very difficult to get out set stains, not just for you, but for any cleaning method. Once a stain is set, it literally dyes the carpet.
Correct.
And that's a chemical process that nothing can help.
Yeah. Now, as far as how long, I remember doing a carpet one day where a woman was complaining about her dog was peeing around their basement carpet.
Right.
There was a spot that was further away that she didn't see until the day I showed up, and had been sitting there for a while and had been dried on, but I was able to get it out quite easily.
Really?
Yeah.
And so what I don't understand, without suction or vacuum, this cleaning bonnet, it's not a brush?
It's no, it's not. I use that as the last thing I'd use on the carpet.
Just to fluff it?
Well, no, the bonnet itself is what removes the dirt. I do other things to the carpet between spraying the carpet and then removing the dirt, and that's to prepare the dirt for removal, and that's breaking up stains, stuff like that. So I'm going over the carpet at least twice at the machine.
So you do the cleaning fluid, then you do a machine to pull and loosen the dirt.
Correct.
Then the bonnet picks it all up.
Correct.
And if you put your hands down there and look between the fiber, I mean, it is definitely clean of dust, debris, dander, all of that.
It's cleaner, yes. And as far as the dander is concerned, the cleaning solution tends to break up the dander on contact, because dander comes from the saliva.
Somebody wants to know straight up, and we may not have enough time right now, compared to hot water extraction, just straight up. You say, obviously, you would say it's better. I want you to give me the advantages of it, because somebody says, how do you beat when you have hot water going into a carpet and being sucked back out again? Doesn't that take all the dirt and debris and leave it cleaner? So we'll talk about that and more coming up. I'm Tom Martino. Get your calls in, 303-MARTINO.
Thank you.
Are we done?
Oh, no. I mean, for this, for a break, yeah.
Okay.
You got a break.
All right. That's what I was wondering. Is it okay if I eat here, or do you prefer I eat outside?
No, anywhere. You're fine.
Okay. I mean, I won't be a slob or anything, but...
Here, I got paper towels for you.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, I think bananas are one of the best smells ever. People eat bananas and everything.
All right. I guess it's better than smoking a cigarette.
It's as good as smoking.
I'll take your word for it.
I gotcha.
Okay, let me just go and get some cafe or something.
Oh, Tom, I would have gotten you some, but
no.
You remember our deal. I don't offer to bring coffee, but if you ask, I'll be happy to. Does that kind of make sense?
Do you want to talk
Good.
to Tom and Mark and see what they have to say?
And look, you're back to normal. You're like, sound good. Yeah. You don't want to jinx it. Hey, do you have time for that coffee? I'll go grab it for you if you're getting too
I'll
close.
tell you what, we are on a...
Is there a trash can in here?
It's in the kitchen. In the closet in the kitchen over there. Tom will show it to you because oh, kitchen upstairs.
Perfect. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put you on that hold. Just listen through the phone for your name, and Tom and Mark would love to help you out.
Make it a little bit softer.
Yeah. Hey Adam, I just sent you a text message with the address, the website for cigars, and it came as 2 words, but it's actually 1 word before the .biz. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, bless you, Dimitri. Thank you. And if I can find a way to get you up on a mechanical bull there in Cheyenne, I'll do it.
or if you can find a way to get me one of those serial killer vans that are parked in the parking lot, that would be almost as good.
Oh, you don't. After what I've done in them, you don't want them.
Okay.
Hey, Shannon, I'd like to get your opinion of the pricing on this website. It is so good.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is the tax that I spend on cigars in Inglewood alone, I'm probably at almost
What can I help you out with, man?
30% rate between all the taxes and fees.
Yeah, it's actually 50. It all adds up to 50%. So when you start ordering from this place, Englewood will probably have to shut down a traffic light due to
well done.
Due to lower revenue. And the orders I place there arrive in 4 or 5 days.
Oh, fabulous.
If you order anything that says free shipping, that means the entire shipment is free, not just that item. Their 5-packs are amazing value.
I usually get, am I getting like 50 maybe in a thing? I don't even know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, take a look. They have like 5-pack Mania. It's got a shark symbol on it.
Oh, right.
And there are many hundreds of 5-packs. And like my Oliva cigars come to about 4 something, like maybe 430, 450 delivered. And I get a wide variety of them in 5-packs. And each pack also has one of those little 72% humidifying packets inside of it.
My lips are already numb thinking about it.
And the first,
that's not the only reason they're numb.
And the first order you get comes with a coupon for $20 off your next $100 order.
Cut it out.
Seriously, man, this place is a miracle. I had to buy a bigger humidor. Now, when you check out, in their checkout section, there's a line item for excise tax and a line item for state sales tax, but they're all left blank when you check out.
I will report back to you.
Okay, cool.
How's the All-Star break treat me?
It's nice. Really, I get easier days when the Rockies are playing.
If you keep your horse there, I'll get a donkey for it.
They love each other.
Yeah, and I know a donkey rescue organization, so I'll go over there and grab a donkey.
Really easy this week, I think, because they were moving me around so much last year. So.
Right. And then I see, then you're out next week. That
I'm
was
off
nice.
next week.
And
I had that off before the whole dragon thing and the Ryan thing.
well, nice of you to move it, huh? You're
Yeah.
able to do that.
Yeah.
That's one of the crazier things about this. Well, I guess it happens in a lot of workplaces where you ask for time and they go, no, can't do that, as opposed to,
It's crazy.
get out of here, we're on it. No.
Have fun.
Tom, while you were gone, the phone lines were super busy. And today they are too. It's like there's some kind of a resurgence over the past 4 weeks or so. It's been awesome.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK is the number, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors, the best garage door company around. If you have an issue with the opener or the door itself, One Clear Choice Doors.com. That's One Clear Choice Garage Doors, but the website is oneclearchoicedoors.com. 24/7 service in an emergency. If you can't get your door closed, house secured, they'll come out, and they'll come out at any time you call them, of course. 720-370-3987. 720-370-3987. Remember that for garages, oneclearchoicedoors.com. Well, we love promoting great people. We love helping people, and Randy's one of the people we want to help. If you call us at 303-713-TALK when we're on the air, we'd love to talk to you. Or 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Randy, what's going on with you? Welcome to the show. What's happening?
Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to try to paint the picture the best I can. I was in Pueblo. I have a CDL. At the time of the accident, I was not using my CDL under the context that I was in my personal vehicle, had a 30-foot trailer. I was in a four-way intersection, traffic lights all directions. I had a blinking yellow, and oncoming had a green. I was making a left-hand turn, and I creeped into the intersection. So I never committed to making the left-hand turn. My wheels weren't turned, nothing. A car came through the intersection speeding and hit me. So, one, if I was committed or attempting to make the left-hand turn, they should have impacted me on my passenger side. I was hit on my driver's side headlight, but on the far side, not the front side.
Ah.
Then the car bounced off of me and hit my granny step. I've got a Ford F-350, and there's like a little, old man step on the bed. So it hits my headlight, bounces off, hits my step, bounces off again. I watched him swerve, right? But when the officer showed up, I explained to him, hey, man, if I failed to yield, I should have had impact on the passenger side or the front of the truck.
Right.
Not the exterior, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, at the end of the day, you're a CDL holder. Pueblo County and Pueblo City holds you to a higher standard, and you should have magically made this not happen. So,
but Randy, I want to ask a couple of questions to clear this up. You were going straight and you were thinking about turning left. How far into the intersection did you go?
So, you get the center medians, right? The islands.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even passed that island. I was probably half my truck into the intersection.
But not turning, just still pointing straight.
Yeah, half of your truck was into the intersection, but pointing straight.
Right.
So how much of your car? There was very little of your truck in the left hand or in the oncoming lane. That's why you were hit on the driver's side.
Right. I was in a turn lane, so I was on a blinking yellow.
Got
arrow.
it. Yeah, I get it.
And yeah. Okay.
And so they hit you though on the driver's side, which would indicate you're correct. You hadn't yet crossed into the intersection.
Right. So I had to unexpectedly go out of town, and I called the courthouse. I was like,
so,
hey,
by the way, were you given a
I'm not gonna
ticket? Were you given a ticket?
I was. Yeah, I was cited for failure to yield, based off the fact that I have a CDL, and they hold me to a higher standard.
Yeah.
Verbatim from the cop. It's not like I'm not, making that up. The cop said, you're getting the citation because you're a professional driver, and we expect more out of you.
Okay.
So then I get a court date. I had to leave town unexpectedly. I called, was like, hey, can I do, virtual appearance or something? And she's like, well, where are you? And I was about 150 miles out of town. And she's like, well, unfortunately, you have to be at least 200 miles out of town. I was like, okay, well, I'm calling. I need to reschedule this. Oh, you can't do that. We don't allow it over the phone. All right, whatever. So I sent my wife. My wife went down there. The DA was just, hey, this is what he's going to get, period. Go away. So
well, wait. What do you mean this is what he's going to get? What did he mean this is what he's going to get? What were you going to get?
The 2 points off, 2 points off my record, or off my license, and a $250 fine.
Okay.
For a failure to yield, while maintaining a CDL. So I was like, all right, whatever, not a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but, my hands are tied. I'm out of town. So I made it back into town the day my ticket was due. And I tried telling them, hey, I need to postpone this. And they were like, well, you can come in Monday. And the job that I had at the time, I didn't have any vacation or anything. And if you miss more than 8 hours, it's an automatic termination. It's weird. It's a union thing. I still don't understand it. But nonetheless, I couldn't just take a day off. And I explained that to her. And she's like, well, then I guess you can pay it. So I pay it, and now it's causing repercussions because I'm a CDL driver, and no one wants to insure me as a driver because of how new it is. So I'm calling you guys to ask, is there a way for me to appeal this based off of circumstances?
Well, there's an informal appeal process.
Am I at a loss?
Hold on. There's an informal appeal process where you can ask, I think it's before adjudication. It might be too late because it's been adjudicated, but before adjudication, you can appeal to the police officer to redo it. But I don't know, once the judge signs it and it's recorded as a 2-point violation, I do not believe there is a way to have it removed once it's adjudicated. Okay. I've heard of them, like I said, being adjusted before court. I mean, before the final payment and all of that. But it seems like you went through the process. What were you going to say, D?
Yeah, I had a speeding ticket about 12, 13 years ago. And when I met with the Aurora prosecuting attorney on this,
that's where you do the deal.
It was a plea bargaining session.
That's where you do it.
And he offered me 2-point defective vehicle. And I said, look, here's my perfect driving record. How about a 1-point non-moving violation? and he agreed to it. And then we both went to see the judge, and she, did what she did. And she says, okay, 1 point non-moving violation, $87 card costs. So it might be too late. I mean, it could be.
I really think it is, because it went through the actual adjudication process. And the only reason you would appeal is if there was an error made by the court. But there was no error made. Right. And these personal and I don't mean this as disrespect, but these personal problems with work and all this stuff, they don't care about that. I mean, if you can't make it, if you're out of town, that's what's called a personal problem, and they don't account for that. Right. So it sounds like everything was done properly. But what I don't understand is this. Prior to this accident, were I
Yeah. I still am. I have another job, but yeah.
Okay. I was wondering, did you lose your job?
More or less, that was the reason behind it, because you have to report it, right?
Randy,
so,
but did you lose your job? Like, that's what I want to know. Did you lose your job?
Yes.
And then you had to get a new one.
Right.
And it was very difficult. The lousy 2-point violation for failure to yield, was that important?
Tom, I used to employ CDL drivers. I used to employ CDL drivers, and a single ticket or even 2 tickets, sometimes even 3 tickets, wouldn't make a difference in our insurance policy. So, Randy, do you happen to have more stuff in your driving?
Yeah, this sounds like a minor problem to cause such a major deal.
So I've been driving, just in general, I've been driving for 26 years. This is the first accident I've ever had.
Wow. Man.
I don't have any.
But I don't understand why it's so hard to get you insured with a 2-point violation, and it's the only violation you've had in 26 years. It doesn't make sense.
You said it's the only accident. Randy, have there ever been, don't take this the wrong way, it's just a question, are there any other tickets on your record?
No.
Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Something changed.
This is weird. It's the only violation he's had in 26 years?
So what I've been told when I'm like, hey, what happened? And they're like, well, what's killing you, honestly, is the fact that it happened 60 days ago. They're like, it's so new and fresh. I was like, but this is my first accident. And they're like, no, we get it. But
and technically, you weren't even on the job.
Right. That's what kills me with the CDL side. I mean, you should... You should have,
I don't even get. You should have fought the ticket failure to yield. Oh, especially a good attorney would have pointed out that you were hit on the left side. How can you get hit on the left side for failure to yield? That's barely into the intersection. When you were hit on the left, how far on the left were you hit? Way over on the left, or was it more toward the center?
Headlight. I think it was just his headlight.
No, it was. So, you get those wraparound headlights now, right?
Yeah,
the front and the side of it's covered.
Yeah.
It hit the side. And when I tell you, there was impact, barely. It cracked my headlight housing. That's
just
all
barely.
It wasn't like I watched him approach, and he swerved. And then he swerved away from me, and then he swerved into me again.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell the cop, well, hold on now. If I encroach, he would have scraped me. I don't know what's going on with this man, but it just, the math doesn't math.
Yep, but but you should have fought it before the adjudication. Right. That's the problem, Randy. It's not that I think you would have had a winnable case.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least
I took it on the chin with this one.
At least a really plea bargainable case.
Yeah.
I think most traffic cases are won or lost during that plea bargaining session. That's where you get your biggest.
or what they call the pretrial conference.
Yeah, it's the same thing as bargaining session,
Right.
That's where you win or lose, man. That's where you get the most bang for your buck, is that initial meeting with a prosecutor.
Listen, we got to take a break. Randy, I'm sorry this happened, man. I don't see any way that you can appeal it. By the way, renewhomeinnovations.com, the most beautiful walk-in Italian porcelain showers. It's for like the best prices you can find. They're direct porcelain importers. They do beautiful custom-made walk-in showers in place of that shower and tub combination. They do it in 2 or 3 days, and you have a year to pay with no interest and no payments. Think about that. 303-904-2000. Beautiful Italian porcelain showers. 303-904-2000. RenewHomeInnovations.com.
Gosh, you're loaded today.
Dan Kaplis.
I think you would be a great syndicate across the nation, great commentator.
Thank you, my friend. When you started by saying, Dan, you're loaded today, I was going to call my defamation lawyer.
Weekday afternoons at 4 on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
You know what I love about Excel Roofing? Consumers are never at risk. It is an excellent company, as in EXCEL. ExcelRoofing.com. How do you pick a roofer? Well, look at Excel. They've been around 30 years, more than 30,000 satisfied customers, and the most important thing, they don't take a cent until you're content. And now, of course, they do windows and siding and painting. ExcelRoofing.com. Never at risk. The safest company, the most reputable roofer I know. ExcelRoofing.com. 303-761-6400. Now, let's talk about repiping your home. You know, repiping, when you call for repiping and you call the so-called experts, they usually end up getting EuroPlumbingColorado.com to do the work. By the way, if you go to EuroPlumbingColorado.com, you can find out about repiping, even get prices online or on the phone. They are confident that they are the best price and the most experienced people around. EuroPlumbingColorado.com. Full repiping with PEX plumbing, the lifetime plumbing, no pinhole leaks ever, freeze-proof, and a lifetime of service. EuroPlumbingColorado.com. By the way, the lowest prices for any plumbing job, 720-500-3000. Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Dimitri, you have a follow-up. What is going on with Carol? Now, Carol said her son, an ER nurse, brought a used 2019 Ford Ranger in May from AutoNation, 57,000 miles. He drove it approximately 400 miles. And 3 weeks, the transmission went out. AutoNation told them they have a 90-day engine and powertrain warranty. The truck is currently at Castle Rock Ford, not an AutoNation, and it's been there since June 10th. AutoNation's warranty company sent a rep to the dealer to check out the car, but they say it's under review, and they haven't heard anything. So what's going on?
Tom, so got a little bit more information on this. So I did get her contact name and phone number over at AutoNation, and I've been calling this cat named Jay Anderson. His title is General Sales Manager. He hasn't returned my calls yet.
Over at the dealer?
AutoNation, yeah.
At the AutoNation?
AutoNation, yeah. I wanted to start with them.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why and a reason. There is a really good reason to start with AutoNation. Now,
but that's where she bought it.
That's where she bought it, but there's an even better reason to start with AutoNation in this case. So it turns out that Maddie's son had his car towed over to Castle Rock Ford, which apparently has been great to work with.
Yeah.
And her contact over there is named Maddie. And here's what Maddie told us. Maddie said that the insurance or the auto warranty company, I believe it's called Assurance, they did send an adjuster over there to look at the truck. And the adjuster told Castle Rock Ford that they are not responsible for this. The dealer is responsible for this particular repair because the owner of this truck had kept the truck for less than 1,000 miles and less than 30 days before the transmission went out. I'm not surprised to hear that because by helping you and market this show, I've read an unfortunately huge number of auto warranties, and many of them do have that exclusion. I think that's their way to protect the used car dealer from selling their warranty with a huge piece of junk. It's not going to.
What you're saying?
Yeah.
So the actual warranties put a waiting period on it, and the dealer is responsible for the first 30 days.
The dealer is themselves responsible. Now, look. Mr. Anderson from AutoNation hasn't returned my call yet, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because those guys work 6 days a week. It might be his day off. I'm going to keep calling, and tomorrow when our show resumes, I'll provide an update because hopefully by then AutoNation will get back to me. Because now here's the other thing, Tom, this is also pretty interesting. Maddie at the Ford dealership said that she actually personally talked to Jay at AutoNation, and he keeps saying, and I'm quoting directly from an email, here's what AutoNation keeps saying, we're looking into it.
Right.
So my question for AutoNation is, how deeply are you looking into it? What are you actually looking for? And why is it taking over a month for you to look into something where it looks pretty simple from this perspective? Here's the broken truck. Here's the warranty.
Right.
Here's the insurance company saying you got to pay for it. What else is there to look into? So tomorrow I'll provide a more detailed information if AutoNation, and I'm not very optimistic, Tom. I've worked a bunch of AutoNation cases here. They don't want to talk to us. They almost never respond.
Okay. So the warranty rep told Castle Rock Ford that they're not responsible for it.
Yes, AutoNation is responsible. Because
right.
Dramatic failure
if you think about this, that's pretty ingenious of these warranty companies. They say you can sell a warranty with your used car, but it's not going to kick in for 30 days or 1,000 miles. And that gives them protection, like you said, from the dealer selling a piece of junk with a warranty on it. That's very, very interesting. I never knew that.
It's pretty clever.
Okay, so at this point, where do we stand?
We stand here. AutoNation should get back to either me or Carol. If they don't want to talk to us, as they never want to talk to us, then AutoNation should simply call Carol or Carol's son and say, hey, we admit responsibility. you're going to cover your $400 deductible. And I read that in the document. It's zero deductible if she takes it to AutoNation. It's $400 deductible if she picks the repair shop. So hopefully AutoNation between now and when your show resumes tomorrow morning, hopefully they'll call Carol and say, hey, we're covering everything but the $400. That would be the perfect resolution to this. But I'm going to keep following up on this. I don't give up on AutoNation cases.
All right. So we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. This is the place you call when you have a problem. 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. You can call that 24/7 or call 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Remember, waterpros.net. The best water systems, the lowest prices, drinking water, $1,100 at the kitchen sink, reverse osmosis, healthy water, never buy bottled water again, 303-862-5554.
This is Denver's Talk Station. Tino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we still have an accident on E470, the toll highway. It's going to be the southbound side past Quincy, and they've got all lanes blocked. It looks like traffic getting by kind of on the shoulder, but we do have backups with definite delays there. Other than that, freeway volume's not bad. I got 270 running a little slow out of Commerce City. Pena, a little bit of traffic out of the airport, but again, not in a delay mode, just a slight sluggish drive. And it looks like I-25 is a little bit heavy coming in and out of downtown. And with traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help you troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Let's talk to Marc Szymanski, the owner and founder of Genesis Total Exteriors.com. What I love about Genesis is the scope of their service. Everything from the roof, gutters, fascia, soffits, siding, windows, doors, decks, painting, fencing. I mean, if it's outside, Genesis will take care of it. And right now, it's especially important because there have been a lot of people with hail damage. So, Marc, explain the significance of your walk around.
It's important to go around and the whole outside of the house. I mean, because these inspectors for the insurance company don't know what to look for. I can't new people they hire with no experience, no training, and throw them out there and just expect them to do this. They don't know to look for paint damage. They don't know how to look for damage on a fence or a deck or worse, windows. I mean, windows are expensive. To make sure that you're having a proper repair done on a window.
And when you do a walk around, you can put everything on one invoice, one point of contact, which makes filing the claim easier.
You bet, Tom. And, so it's a much easier process with us because we're going to handle everything for you. And I tell you, Tom, I think a lot of people are out there waiting. They're saying, well, what if we get another storm? I tell you what, you still got to get this claim process going. Because next thing you know, it's going to be super busy at the end of the season, and it's going to be troubles getting your job done. So call now to have us do a free inspection.
And you do commercial and residential, right?
You bet. We do a lot of tenant improvements. We do commercial roofing. We use a product called Geico. Maybe you don't need a new roof. Maybe you can just coat your old roof. We do many, many different things.
Yes,
both commercial
Genesis.
and residential.
Exactly. And you can contact them directly, Genesis Total Exteriors.com, 303-679-8509, 679-8509. Okay. Have you ever wanted to be a landlord, but you don't want those conventional risks and hassles? That's where Vestera comes in. Vestera Turnkey Wealth Builders is a system where you become a landlord. They help you find a great market where there's upside potential for equity, where there are strong rents and strong economies. They help you acquire the house. Then they help you with every aspect of being a landlord, including the management and the renting and the insurance and any kind of maintenance. They have connections for all of it. They hold your hand through the entire process. And when it comes time to sell, you sell for profit. That's the plan. To find out more and the next seminar, go to mybiggestreturn.com, mybiggestreturn.com, or give them a call, 303-888-3788.
You could sleep through the night without thinking twice. You could take a seat in the middle of the theater. You could drive without worry of where the next restroom is. You used to say yes, and somewhere along the way, you stopped. Not because of one big moment, because of 100 small ones. A little more urgency, one more trip to the bathroom at 2 a.m., one more mental note about where the restroom is. It happened slowly enough that it just became you. But it's not you. It's enlarged prostate, and there's a treatment called aquablation therapy, the only ultrasound-guided robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Find an aquablation therapist near you. Call Aquablation Denver at 720-637-9567, 720-637-9567. That's 720-637-9567. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include urinary symptoms, mild pain, ejaculatory dysfunction, or infection. In rare cases, complications to the urethra and rectum may occur. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Visit aquablationdenver.com.
Hello? Am I down for the count? Oh, I'm still there. I wonder how AutoNation handles that. If they're just going to keep putting it off. I mean,
can't put it off forever.
No.
They're just, I mean, they're definitely being douches about it.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. A busy morning. If you have a call, give us a call. 303-713-TALK is that number in the studio. That's the iHeart number. And then, of course, you can call 303-MARTINO around the clock. Truly, we will get back to you. So spread that number around for people who need help, information, and referrals. And they are free of charge, of course, never charge for our services, thanks to our great sponsors. And listen, we got a lot of text. This one made me laugh. It says, Tom, remember back in the day when we would stand in line at a carnival to see a fat tattooed lady with a beard. Hell, now they're everywhere. Okay, I like that one. Here's another one. Do you have a workers' compensation lawyer you can recommend? Yes, we recommend Cliff Enton Law. Cliff Enton does workers' comp, and it is 303-333-2222. And you can find them on referralist.com. Tom, do I need a written contract from a tree pruning company before they come onto my property to prune trees? You're nodding your head. Absolutely. And we know that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom, what happens if they dump the tree on this guy's neighbor's his house or his car?
The scope of services, what they're responsible for, what they're going to do with the debris, and you need to know what it's going to cost.
Wait, there's more. You got to get their certificate of insurance to make sure they can pay for the neighbor's house that they ruined.
So, yeah, it's, so many times we hire these people on a handshake or on a promise, and that's it. But you do have to protect yourself. Okay, Tom, I worked downtown for many years in property management. Right now, it's out of control. Access control, security guards. Some buildings use robots to patrol because it's so unsafe. The stairways are dangerous due to fentanyl. People are just hanging out, and the smoke is dangerous. You can only reduce incidents. Access control is fallible, whatever that means, due to the tailgating. I don't know what that
tailgating means. When you walk through,
somebody follows you.
Yeah, they follow you through before the door closes.
Access control is failing due to tailgating.
Yeah,
that's what they're meant to say. This is downtown Denver, folks. What is going on? Well, I'll tell you what. Since 2026. Oh, no, excuse me. A 2026 report says since 2022, we have lost 34 giant company headquarters that were in Denver that have since moved away. 70 corporate departures offset only by 36 gains, contributing to an exodus of nearly 100 businesses and 13,000 jobs lost since 2019.
Tom, it gets worse. You want to know what Denver is doing about this? They are handing out these so-called harm reduction kits to the junkies and the bums downtown. They hand them this kit, and it's got hypodermic needles in it. It's got syringes. It's got a clean crack pipe and a pack of condoms and God knows what else. But this is what they're doing.
A 2026 report, this was from Colorado Chamber Foundation. By the way, I have a saying. I've said it a million times. By the way, you can still text us as well. Let me give you this text number, although we prefer you to call 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, or 303-MARTINO. This is a text if you're on the run, 747-999-5280, 747-999-5280. Oh, and we just got one as far as this carpet cleaning. We do have Denver Clean Pro with us. We've been talking in between about carpet cleaning. Really quick, they want to know, is this safe for kids and pets? Literally safe?
Yes, it's non-toxic, and it leaves no residue once it completely dries. What I tell people is that
it is water-based, so it evaporates eventually.
Yeah,
and it's citrus.
Yeah, what I tell people is that the two biggest concerns is if you get it on your feet because you walk on the carpet because you have to walk on it, it can be slippery on a hard surface. And if you get it on your hands or feet, bare skin, it's going to be drying out your skin a little bit. More like I need hand lotion kind rather than shrivel up and die horror movie type.
Okay. So, somebody said they have wool carpeting, genuine wool carpeting, not synthetic fabric. Does it work on wool?
Yes.
It does.
Yes. Wool carpet, wool rugs. Wool rugs are more common, but I've seen wool carpeting as well and have not had a problem cleaning that up.
What about, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You just kind of paused. So please finish your statement. And then I have a really quick question about Clean Pro.
Now, as far as wool is concerned, natural fibers tend to hold on to stains a lot better than synthetics. So if you spill something on your wool rug,
it holds it on. It holds on to it fast more.
Yeah, it seems to stain permanently more than some synthetics. It seems.
Do stains set faster on wool?
It seems like it, because I've been able to get things out of synthetics that I can't necessarily get out of wool. when it's been sitting there for a while. So
do you have a stair machine that does stairs too?
No, I use the same machine on stairs as I do on the floor.
Okay.
And
what were you going to ask? Because I have something.
What about furniture upholstery? You know, I've been in waiting rooms and I would sit down on the couch or the chairs and they're kind of soiled, but there's a clean part where people's hands have rubbed off the dirt. Can you do anything about those while you're cleaning this office's
You know, when you think about it, can you put that citrus solution on fabric?
Yeah.
On upholstery?
Yeah, fabric upholstery I take care of.
I
don't do leather or vinyl. I mean,
Right.
I could charge people for it, but they could probably do just as well as I can. But with fabric upholstery, you do that as well.
You do. And what kind of, you don't use the floor machine. Do you have a handheld?
We use a handheld machine that is extraction.
Okay.
Meaning
a water extractor?
Shoots your liquid into the upholstery and then it sucks it back out? Is that what happens?
Actually, I use the same sprayer on the carpet. I spray the upholstery, but I spray it a lot heavier. So it's wet. So I tell people, if I clean your upholstery, unless you're pulling a gag on your friends, don't expect to use it for the rest of the day.
Okay. so you spray it, and then how do you extract it?
Then I just use a portable extractor.
And it sucks the dirt and the liquid out of the upholstery.
All right. Yeah. I got to take this break. We got more coming up. Charlie, Charlie, stay on the line, and we will come back to you right after this. You remember what it was about?
Now, Impact Traffic.
Over on the east end of town, we've got an incident on E470 southbound. A crash has all lanes blocked just after Quincy Avenue. However, traffic is passing on
Charlie
the right
with the
shoulder.
Denver Spring Company?
Minor stop and go, and do watch out for police and crews. Some delays if you're heading to the south end of town. I-25 north and southbound, no major complaints through town. We are seeing some jamming on southbound I-25 just after I-70.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Colorado Department of Transportation. How dangerous is it to unwrap a burger at 40 miles per hour? More so than you think. Anything that distracts you while driving is dangerous. In a little over 2 seconds, your car can travel more than 100 feet. Don't drive distracted. Shift into safe. A message from the Colorado Department of Transportation.
You know what I love about Fix It 24/7? The name says it all. They try to fix what is wrong. Plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. That's their intent, to fix it. But if you need something replaced, they will do that with a free second opinion, not even a call charge. So if you have an issue, let them know up front. In fact, if you have an issue, for $39, you can get your furnace deeply cleaned or your AC deep cleaned, tuned, and checked for that same $39 while they look for any issues. You can't go wrong with Fix It 24/7 free second opinions and the $39 deep clean that adds life and efficiency to your AC. It's like a practical refurbishment. That's 720-526-3939, fixmyhome.com. Hey, do you know what partnerinlending.com will get you? It'll get you to CMG Financial, a mortgage banker, and our friend John Place, the branch manager, who you'll talk to about the all-in-one loan. It's a phenomenal loan where you control the interest. That's right. It's a 30-year line of credit. Simple interest. That alone saves you money. You only pay for the outstanding balance, and your outstanding balance can be reduced by any money you keep in the bank for normal household stuff. So if you have money to pay bills, that adds up over time, and that counts against your average daily balance, which means you pay less interest on that amount. Find out more about the all-in-one loan. They also do reverse mortgages as well. 303-882-6679, 882-6679, partnerinlending.com.
All right, hey Charlie, just hang tight. Tom and Mark are going to talk to you in just a couple minutes.
This is going to be so good.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Me neither.
He's well, on a scale of 1 to
Was
Matt,
he
I'd
on
put him
the
at
show
like an
already?
8.
He's an 8?
No.
Oh, I lit him up. I lit his bankrupt company up like crazy.
What was the show? But he was not on, right?
GM was on.
His wife was on.
Okay, got it.
Didn't they solve things with the wife?
That's good.
Maybe she died up, but wasn't she like, we'll pay for this, we'll make it right? Or
No. We got a call from a tow truck company asking us for help.
So is the call on here? What was her name?
Her name.
They were charging $250 a day storage. She didn't realize her driver didn't pick it up, and they were shaking them down, in my opinion, for $6,000 in order to get their vehicle back. Or they could do $7,500 worth of work, and they'd knock $3,000 off the storage.
Mark, isn't there like a limit to what they can charge now?
Not for commercial vehicles.
Nah, this vehicle's too big for any of that, but that's for impound. This is a shop, but it's egregious. There's not a judge in the world that would okay $250 a day.
Okay.
Mark,
and I think he's pissed because we found out they're in bankruptcy. They're in the middle of a Chapter 11.
Mark is especially pissed because I was right and he was wrong on a debate that we had regarding this case and who was authorized to sign.
Yeah, but now we're going to be.
This was the dumbest
we're going to be in
Out
unison.
of all the dumb things Dimitri has ever said, it was the dumbest. Go ahead and tell him.
We're going to be in unison.
No,
on this,
tell him.
I don't have time for that.
What?
For me to explain to you how
he
dumb
thinks
Mark
if an
was.
employee drops off a vehicle, they're not. It doesn't matter. There's no authorization.
Here's what
It's
Mark
the dumbest
conveniently
thing
forgot to mention.
I've ever
It
heard.
wasn't an employee that dropped off the vehicle. It was some contractor she had dropped off
It doesn't
the
matter
vehicle.
if it was a friend, an employee. If you tell them to drop it off, there's the permission.
No, they drop. All they are permitted to do is drop it off. They're not permitted, nor
He's
are they
so full of
authorized. Nor
shit,
do
Tom.
they can't bind you to a $250 a day storage fee that you, not them, will be responsible
Yeah,
for paying.
go ahead and stick to that stupid argument.
Mark is just sore because he sees where it's going. I'm so glad this owner is on the line. This is going to be so good.
Was this from yesterday, by the
No,
way?
it's from last week.
I meant, okay.
It's from, we worked the case over 2 days last week.
Okay.
No, it was more like over 3 days.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They finally knocked $4,000 off, so they came and picked it up and paid $2,000.
I see it here now. Owner owns a tow truck company. Giselle owns a tow truck company. One of her subs dropped tow truck off at Denver Spring in suspension. She was unaware it was dropped off and never picked it up. That's what this says.
No, she knew it was dropped off. They called with an estimate. She declined because, according to her, it was double, if not triple, everybody else. She thought the driver came down and picked the truck up, and he didn't. So the truck sat there for 6 weeks.
Oh, my
The
God.
caller
6
claims,
weeks.
Yep. So they wanted basically $1,000 a week.
Well, technically $1,250 a week.
Well, they wanted $6,000.
Yeah, but it racks up at $1,250 per week. It's $250.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So last week, someone who owns a tow truck company said that one of her subs dropped off her tow truck at Denver Spring in suspension. And she said she was unaware it was dropped off and she never picked it up.
No. You're not even close.
I was reading your notes.
She told, it's not my notes. She told the driver of the truck, her employee, her subcontractor, her neighbor, for that matter, I don't care who it is, to go drop it off at Denver Spring in suspension.
Yeah.
They dropped it off for an alignment. They said they couldn't do the alignment unless she did $7,500 worth of work. She declined to do the work and thought that person picked a vehicle back up. 6 weeks goes by. She figures out that truck is missing, figures out that it's over there, goes to pick it up or calls over there. They want $6,000 in storage fees, which I think is egregious. The CEO came on Friday and dropped it by $4,000, and my understanding is The lady picked it up and paid $2,000 for storage fees.
Okay, so now we have on Charlie, who wants to address it. And Charlie, are you the owner of this company, Denver Spring and Suspension?
I'm one of them. There's two of us.
Okay. And so what did you want to add or take away or dispute or say?
I just think that this is kind of comical the way this went down, because she spilled her story for 2-3 hours and 90% of it's wrong. But it
well, we
really
tried to get a hold of you, Charlie, the very first time she called off air.
Yeah, we are running a business that's actually busy. And
yeah, okay, and I can already sense you're being a jerk, quite frankly. I hope the lady picked it up.
Hold on. So, Charlie, I don't want to rush you right now. If you hang on, or we can call you back. If you have your side of the story, we're happy to hear it. Whether Mark thinks you sound like a jerk or not, we want to hear the story, and then we can all decide. But please hang on. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
This year, America.
So she thought they had picked up the truck? God, it was there for 6 weeks.
Yeah, and they wanted $6,000 for storage.
I know. So did they, by the way, did they get the truck back eventually?
I think she was headed over there that day, and I have not heard back from her, so I assume so. But Axeman, call up and confirm with her.
Yeah, find out where this is. I know nothing.
Company that they picked it up.
In fact, Dimitri, do you have her number?
He walked out for a minute. He'll be back.
He's under the impression that if someone drops off a vehicle at a shop, that
630 KHAL, Denver's talk station.
it's funny. You know, this was put to bed on Friday, and this guy's going to open up the whole can of worms again.
Huh.
We had a hot tub guy do the same thing last week.
Oh, the hot tub guy. He was really busy, Mark. He only had 5 minutes to talk.
Yeah, that's how Charlie is. They're so busy. They're so busy doing all those reports for their Chapter 11.
What happened with the hot tub?
I try to avoid caffeine. I mean, it's not a total ban on it, but...
he was just, the owner came on. He was a total asshole, in my opinion. His general manager got everything handled. It was all done. Then the owner called in. It was great.
It was awesome.
Same thing. It's literally the same thing Charlie's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
they had it
he
all
wants
worked
to
out.
come on. We went through all of this with his wife Friday.
Yeah, you should have 4.5 minutes. You're cool.
We can't control what prices are doing, so we have to unfortunately sometimes
Tom Martino show.
Confirms love, all of this.
Oh, wait till you hear the update from the caller. We got to get her on.
Oh, awesome.
You have no idea.
Oh my God, this is going to be so good. I'm so glad I'm here today.
As long do it all. Just as long as that guy doesn't say we didn't give him his say, let him say whatever he wants and then attack him.
Oh, wait till you hear this update. It is so fucked.
Oh no.
It is so fucked.
Is she calling in?
Oh, it is so fucked. We're trying to get her on. I don't know if she'll come on.
Who should we
get?
get?
My God. I don't know if she'll come on.
Holy crap. I can't wait to hear it.
I might literally, listen to this. I might end up going after the woman that picked the vehicle up. I am not kidding you.
Uh-oh.
This is crazy.
Oh, no. God.
We need to put the tow truck business out. Holy shit.
I want you to sum it up again, Mark, when we come back.
Holy shit. I doubt she's going to come on.
I've never heard Mark this excited before.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe what happened.
I want him to do the whole fucking thing again. I mean,
I cannot believe what the fuck transpired.
Dude. Hurry up for the commercials.
When I lived in New York...
Axe, let me know if she gets on. Holy
Axe is
crap.
talking to her right now.
She's on?
Just got her on hold.
Okay. We're going to let him talk first. Oh, my God, the update is unbelievable.
Oh, no, I can't wait.
Heard this
I can't wait to fucking hear it. God.
Here for history.
This is going to be history.
Perfect. I'm going to put you on that hold.
OMG.
Uh-uh.
45 years strong, solving your problems, answering questions, taking complaints. This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. I'm going to hand it over to Marc Mager, my co-host, to talk about a follow-up here. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, listen, this story is unraveling so fast. I can't believe it. So here's what happened last week while you were gone. Giselle called in and said Denver Spring in suspension. had our vehicle for 6 weeks or maybe even longer at that point. No one really disputes that. It came down to this. They wanted to charge approximately $6,000 for storage fees. Now, the vehicle ran, so they could move it. It wanted an alignment, but she needed to do other work. They quoted her $7,500, and basically she didn't want to have the work done. She thought her driver picked that vehicle back up, and apparently he didn't, so the vehicle sat there. They wanted $6,000. She came on. We had the CEO, after trying to reach out to him numerous times. Axe, how many times did you call over there?
About twice, I think twice, yeah.
Yeah, on the first time she called, which I think was Monday or Tuesday. Finally on Friday, after we started talking about it again, and Giselle called back in, never heard from anybody. According to her, we were talking about it. The CEO came on, said they would knock $4,000 off. Giselle agreed to that, and Giselle was on her way over to go get the vehicle. Now, I want to give Charlie every right to talk and give his side of the story, although I don't understand why, except for one thing that I just found out. I wanted Suzanne to reach out and make sure Giselle got her vehicle back. And there is a turn of events that I can't believe. Bring Giselle up real quick. Giselle, my understanding is you gave Denver Spring and Suspension a check for $2,000 to get your vehicle, then you guys canceled the check. Is that correct? Giselle? Is she there? I assume she's not there. Axe, someone talk to me.
Giselle?
Axe,
She was there. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, she probably hung up, because I'll tell you what, that was a dirtbag move. A total dirtbag move, in my opinion. I spent all week, basically, getting $4,000 knocked off for this.
She's there now? Is she there now?
Giselle, why would you guys cancel the check?
So my husband was just really upset about the whole thing, and he really just doesn't want to take it to.
You know what? We had an agreement. I personally had an agreement with you, and I thought you were happy. I got $4,000 knocked off. Now you're sticking it to them with zero. You do owe them something. I find it outrageous you guys would do that to them. Put her on hold and bring Charlie up. Charlie, you know what? When it comes to this aspect of the story, I apologize she did that. And if I got to figure out what tow truck company she owns and let everybody know what she did after saying she agreed to it, I'll do it, because that was not right for her to do that. But I want to give you a chance to talk about whatever you want.
So basically, they reduced the storage charges, Mark, to $2,000, right?
They did, and everybody agreed to it on the air. Then I find out today, Giselle went down there with a check, and her husband canceled it, and these guys ended up with zero. That's a bunch of crap.
Yeah, it was there for 6 weeks, and $2,000 was not unreasonable. Go ahead, Charlie.
I'm kind of glad you guys finally get to see what we've dealt with Giselle for the last while. The disappearing act, everything else, the $7,000 to repair that truck, just so you know, I don't think she informed you of everything. That truck was in an accident, and the whole front end needed to be replaced because of the accident. She said she'd already collected the insurance money and this and that. According to the guy that dropped it off, they just wanted to get it a quick fix and get on the road. We gave them an estimate to fix it from the accident, and that's where that money came from. We never were able to get a hold of her. We have all the documentation, phone calls and emails to them. They never came up.
Charlie, I don't think any, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm absolutely fuming. Is Giselle still there? I want her to bring you that $2,000. I cannot believe what went down here. Giselle?
I'm glad you guys.
Yes,
Giselle, do you think
I want you to get over there and pay that $2,000.
Okay, I will do that. I again, it was my husband that was really upset about the whole
I want
thing.
you to handle this. So this is not fair to me. This is not fair to them. They knocked $4,000 off, and I put my ass on the line for you. This is not cool whatsoever. I want your words. You're going to make that $2,000 good.
Okay, I will go ahead and take it over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. And that comes out to be like $333 a week. That's not bad for storage. What I want to know is this. How does someone lose track of a truck for 6 weeks? Isn't that an obvious question?
She was down. Hold on. Because we just got rid of her there. Her claim was, and I do believe it, they have 3 trucks and they have 1 driver. So they were down multiple drivers, so the truck wouldn't have been being used. And she thought because there was damage to that vehicle, the driver picked it up and drove it back to wherever they store them. That's what she said.
Okay. All right. Charlie said,
you need to keep up. It's so funny how this thing just totally flipped. You got to stay with us to make sure she comes down and gives you guys the $2,000. And if her husband's listening, I don't care, man. That is total BS.
What's the name of the tow truck company?
Well, it goes to point to what we've been dealing. I mean, I don't want to slander a business on air. I'm not into it. But,
well, we're not slandering anybody. If it's the truth, it's not slander. We're just asking for the name of the company. That's not slander. That's asking for the name of the company.
I remember right. I think it's Howell, but I don't remember.
All right.
I'm going to take her at her word. She went down there the first time. If she's listening.
She didn't come down here. They dropped it off by one of their drivers.
Yeah, they've got to make good on that $2,000. That's just bottom line. I will go absolutely insane if they don't.
Well, and this is something I wanted to say earlier that I didn't get a chance to. That $250 a day is literally to tell people, and it's on a separate piece of paper. It's 100% legal. It's been written up by lawyers. The reason it's there is because in Denver, to own a building like this is very, very expensive. We don't have a lot of room. And if I have people storing their stuff here, then I can't even do business. And so it's not that I'm trying to collect. I've never collected on it. The difference is that I want them to know the importance that they get their vehicles out of here when they're finished.
Okay. Charlie, I can appreciate what you're saying, but you might as well make it $5,000. I'm not going to turn my back on that. I still find it egregious when it comes to $250 a day, and the court has struck that down in Colorado, in Denver, numerous times. It's just too much.
But
I really want them to pay it, which is why we dropped it immediately. I want them to understand the importance of getting your vehicle out of my yard.
I get that 100%.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's just that's what I wanted you guys to know. It's like it all of a sudden turned into this deal that we're trying to do this. No.
I cannot believe she canceled that check. And I'm sorry I keep stepping on you. I just can't believe it. $4,000 off, Tom. $4,000 off a $6,000 bill, and she stuck it to him like that. Basically, she stuck it to me.
Yeah, I mean, you negotiated a good deal, and this guy, Charlie and his wife, they were willing to reduce the charges. By the way, Moog Towing or Mog Towing, M-O-G, is the name of the company.
Let's give her today or tomorrow to get down there and pay it. She agreed to it on the air.
Yeah. I wonder if her husband's going to agree, though.
No, I don't think it matters. Here's the other deal. What happens with a bad check? What happens? Does anybody know?
Well,
it's called treble damages.
Technically,
can you imagine if they ended up getting $6,000 again at this point?
No, I mean, Charlie could go after her for treble damages. He could. He can go after her for treble damages on this deal. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Okay, we'll revisit this when we'll wait a day and see what happens on this. And meanwhile, people, you should stay tuned for this because we have Mog Towing who picked up the truck after Mark negotiated this discount down to $2,000 for storage. And then she paid the $2,000 and then stopped payment on the check. So Denver Spring in suspension.
I think she's going to do the right thing. I think she's going to talk to her husband, They're going to get their sanity back, so they're not looking at treble damages, for one thing, and do what they agreed to do on the air. Everybody heard her say it. I have the audio. You need to pay the person the $2,000. If you end up in court over a bad check, a bad financial instrument, they will get treble damages because the judge will hear, and I mean this, will hear the audio, Giselle, of you agreeing to pay. So get down there and make this right.
All right. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK. Apple Air with an E, for your air conditioning needs right now. In business since 1988, founded by the Todd Terry family, still run by them. Great warranties. AppleAir.com. Wow.
Hey, it's Joe Pags coming up. Dr. Jesse Lopez says the government's buying more COVID vaccine. Why? We'll break that down. Plus, Nico LaHood, former DA in Bexar County, Texas, breaks down the Charlie Kirk pretrial hearing and more on the Joe Pags Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
All right, let's talk about GreatWesternBuildings.com. If you want a building, a steel building, whether it's a giant building, they do shopping centers, churches, giant warehouses, factories, or they can do garages, workshops. Yeah, little barns, big barns, whatever you need, you will get direct from the manufacturer who truly has a factory right here in Colorado. The industry, a lot of the industry lies about having a factory. Well, this is a real factory with great people right here in Colorado. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
Joe Chiano, we have a movie event coming up. I absolutely love it. It's going to be on the 23rd at 6:30. It's a brand new theater. I know it used to be the AMC in Parker, but they redesigned it. It's gorgeous. It's called the Imagine Parker, which is a movie theater. And on the 23rd at 6:30, we're going to have a free movie. That includes popcorn, drinks. We're going to raffle away 3 different prizes. And I'll tell you what, more importantly than anything, people are going to learn about retirement and guaranteed income. Tell them more, Joe.
That is right, Mark. You know, I think people that need to see the movie are the people that actually are afraid of the stock market. You know, they're afraid of the volatility. They don't want to lose any money. They're tired of losing money. So they want to get something that is guaranteed for their retirement. And also, the long-term care benefit that we have with the same product is an amazing thing.
And Joe, you forgot, well, I'm sure you didn't, but you didn't mention the 21% bonus. For example, if you had $100,000 you were to buy this annuity with, it is worth and starts growing at $121,000 day one. That's the bonus money. Then when you decide to retire and you turn on that income stream, you're going to get a definitive amount of money every single month, depending on how much you spend on the annuity, till the day you die. Money you cannot outlive. If you live to 110, God bless you, you're going to get that check. And like Joe said, the long-term care, listen to this. If you fall ill after you turn that money stream on and you've grown the account value and you're getting that check will double. But we're going to be talking about it, and you're going to get to see a great movie. It's called The Retirement Deception, exposing the truth about retirement success. You're going to love the movie. It's 100% free. Remember, it includes concessions, and you can get your tickets right now and watch the trailer at mymoneymovie.com. Simple as that. Go to mymoneymovie.com, get signed up, watch the trailer. We look forward to seeing you. mymoneymovie.com. Thanks, Joe.
You bet.
Identity theft can...
I told you guys that was a hell of a good update. Did anybody see that coming, Dimitri?
No, that I did not see that one coming.
I did not see that coming. First of all, I thought she had cash.
I'm surprised they accepted a check with all this.
She acknowledged right on the air. She told everybody it was fair. I mean, it was so crazy they canceled it. It is treble damages. It would be so ironic if they ended up spending $6,000. Ah!
Yeah, if they ended up, I know that would be weird.
I'll call in a favor with Frank Ball on that one.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious. A bad check, and as long as he knows the money's there, that's not a big deal. And if they get treble, he'll make a nice little amount off of it as well. I can't believe it. I can't believe she did that.
Well, it was her husband that set her up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was her husband that set her up. I don't think it was. It doesn't sound like it was just her.
I hope not. Oh, how the tables have turned. Now, explain to Tom real quick how if someone drops off of a vehicle on your behalf, it's not on your behalf. Please explain.
Yeah, so when they drop off a vehicle on your behalf, it is dropped off on your behalf. When they sign a document binding you to $250 a day storage fee, that's not binding on you because that person did not have the authority to do so.
So what do you think, Tom? I'll just leave it exactly there.
So you're saying when, Dimitri, when somebody drops Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Major Marc Mager and the gang. We are. Yeah.
I'll tell you, that lady got me fired up, Tom. Big time fired up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to dive back into it because I do believe Giselle's going to get over there and pay that $2,000. But I wanted to bring up a separate aspect of it. So Dimitri had this cockamamie idea last week that if I had someone, for example, an independent contractor or even an employee or a friend.
Yeah.
So pick whoever you want.
A representative.
Drop off a vehicle at anywhere. Just drop it off. And they sign, and at the bottom it says our storage charge is $250. Because the owner of the vehicle did not drop the vehicle off and sign that, it means absolutely nothing. That's where he's coming from, which after owning shops for 10 plus years, that would completely change everything I have ever known about automotive. Think of all the police cars that came in.
Well, if it's truly,
the officer's not responsible,
unless they stole the car, if they were authorized by the owner, if they were authorized by the owner of the vehicle, they have the right to impound that vehicle. They can, when they go to a parking garage, they're subjecting that car to parking fees. When they go and do tolls, they're subjecting that car to tolls. So if you sign up for a service and it has a storage charge and you're authorized by the owner of that vehicle to do that, well, I would say that you're on the hook for it.
But Tom,
so would any reasonable person.
But the point was that a reasonable person would look at is this. The man who dropped off Giselle's tow truck was a 1099 guy, according to her.
Okay.
His responsibility.
But she gave him authority to do it.
Drop off the car, to drop off the tow truck for an estimate, which he did. Now, at that point, he took it upon himself to sign this paper where he bound Giselle to pay $250 a day storage fee. And my position is he exceeded his authority. His authority was only to drop off the truck, but not to bind her to $250 a day penalty. That was my position on this matter.
Then every police officer, every Comcast employee, every Terminex employee, every Pitney Bowes employee, anybody I dealt with just at my one store in Montbello, none of them owned those vehicles. So I guess they could have just got all the work for free and done whatever the hell they wanted.
No, what Mark conveniently forgot to explain is that his contact at the police department who authorized or didn't authorize the work on those vehicles was someone other than the actual policeman who dropped off the car.
No, they would roll in, and if they needed a brake job, they'd okay it. The driver would do it. Then we'd call up and get a PO after the work was done, Dimitri.
The PO
You're
stands
so
for
flawed.
PO stands
Tom,
for
do you
purchase
see
order.
in any world,
order.
any world where if I told you to drop my vehicle off and you authorized some work down there or did whatever, that I'm not liable for it?
Mark just proved my point once again. The policeman would drop off the car.
I swear to God, it's like arguing with dumb.
Say the brakes are bad. Then Mark would get a purchase order, which is what the PO stands for, from the police department, and that was Mark's authorization to complete the work and their commitment to paying Mark's bill.
Well, all I can say is if you own a shop out there, just beware, because according to Dimitri, unless the owner of the vehicle, and by the way, Dimitri, in your crappy example with the PO, do you think the owner of the vehicle, that cop car or that Comcast vehicle, do you think the owner was the one giving me the PO?
The authorized party for the police department was issuing the PO in your own crappy example.
So Tom, you're the judge now. Tom, you're the judge. You've heard the idiotic answer and you heard the rational, logical, correct answer. Where are you at, Judge Martino?
Who becomes if you're an agent of the owner, you can bind them.
But agency is limited to what you authorize that agent to do. In just
what she authorized him to do.
You can call the owner of Denver Springs could have called.
She authorized him to drop the vehicle off for an estimate, for God's sake.
That's the extent of the authority that she gave the person who dropped off the tow truck. That's the extent. Just like that policeman who dropped off his car in your shop and says, hey, the brakes don't work right, doesn't have the authority to authorize whatever work Mark needs to get done on that vehicle's brakes. That's why the PO. That's why the purchase
so the
order
owner, once
issued.
Again, Dimitri, you're saying whoever gave me a PO owned that vehicle.
No, the person who gave you the PO is authorized by the city, which owns that vehicle.
You know what?
To authorize
now that I
the
think
work.
about it, no, wait, he's right. When I used to get a PO from Comcast, I talked to the CEO over that oil change. Because God knows he had nothing better to do.
It doesn't have to be the CEO. It could be the purchasing manager. It could be the fleet manager. It could be the captain in charge of the fleet.
Yes, you're right. It could be anybody they want to do it, just like this woman wanted him to drop it off.
But it could be anybody they want to do it.
Oh my God, Tom, can you reach over there and slap
work.
sense into him?
Oh, for the love of God.
Do you want to hear what AI says?
Oh, no.
I asked AI this question. If I had a friend drop off my truck at a maintenance facility, am I bound by the receipt he signed agreeing to storage charges if the vehicle is not picked up in time? Is that a proper question? I think
that's a good way.
The short answer is possibly quite yes, but not automatically. It depends on whether your friend had the authority to agree to those terms.
Mark, face.
Oh my God, once again, listen to him. Read the exact first part again. Yes, most likely.
Most likely, but not automatically.
My God, I love how you are actually clapping for me being correct.
But not automatically. It depends on whether your friend had the legal authority to agree to those terms on your behalf. Here are the principles. Did your friend have authority? If you ask your friend to take your truck to the shop and handle it, the court may find that they have the authority to do whatever it takes. Even if you never specifically discuss storage fees, the shop can argue your friend had apparent authority. So What did your friend sign? This is critical. Was it merely an acknowledgement that the truck was dropped off? That's one thing. Or did it include a separate, clearly worded document to pay storage fees? That's much stronger evidence.
They signed agreeing to $250 a day in storage.
That's much stronger evidence against you, meaning for you, Mark. Colorado
it would change the entire automotive world, for God's sake, if it was Dimitri's way.
No, the entire automotive world works very much the way I just described and the way you described. The policeman in your example dropped off the car.
But it does say here, this is interesting, under Colorado Motor Vehicle Repair Act, a repair shop cannot simply
It doesn't follow under it.
It says the storage fees require a separate written agreement that states the amount of the storage.
Tom, it doesn't fall under it because of the gross vehicle weight.
Right? Okay. Oh, I see. And they generally, got it. Was your friend authorized to sign a separate agreement, blah, blah, blah. The judge would likely ask, did you authorize your friend? What exactly did you authorize? Was the storage agreement under the laws of Colorado? Did the shop comply with the statutory requirements? You said
so. Blah blah blah. So Tom, knowing the research you have done, and we're talking about the case at hand. He dropped it off. He signed a piece of paper to check it out, agreeing to $250 a day storage.
Right. Most likely.
Forget about the price of it being egregious. Yeah. So what do you think?
Most likely he bound the owner.
Mark conveniently forgot to mention what Tom just read, which is the judge would examine whether this friend who dropped off the car
had authority.
Was authorized to bind the car owner to the storage charge. And
but it said most likely yes, unless your friend, did not. Basically, it's saying your friend did not have the authority. But giving your friend the keys and the car gives them apparent authority.
Apparent is different from the final word on whether he actually had that authority.
He'll argue until you finally just hang yourself.
Basically, you can never drop a car off then unless you're the registered owner, is what you're saying.
No, of course not, Tom.
Anybody can drop off the car.
The owner's got to bring the vehicle in, no matter what. Like, everybody.
Anybody can drop off the car, but not everybody can bind the car's owner to a liability associated with dropping off that car. So if you give me the keys to your Beamer and I drop it off and sign whatever paperwork over there, unless you had explicitly authorized me to sign that paperwork, you're not going to be bound to it. Now expect a fight, right?
No, that would be great. No. Now I get it. So next time I need work on my car, and I mean major work, transmission, engine, tens of thousands of dollars just for the hell of it, I'm going to have someone go down there, drop my car off, authorize the work to be done. Then when it's all done, I'm going to go down there and not pay him a damn thing because I didn't authorize crap.
That's going to be a different argument. And as you said, this does not deal with a matter at hand.
It's going to be a different argument this time. Yes. Yes, it's different.
Because
once again, Judge Martino, we got to take a break, but that's it. You're the judge. You've heard the ridiculousness that's sitting next to you, and you've heard the logical argument over here. Where do you rule, Mr. Martino?
I would say by handing the keys over and telling them to take it to the facility, you've given them authority. I think you've given them authority not just to drop it off, but apparently dropping off a vehicle is going to require something be signed. I don't know. I mean, I see it clearly. He was given authority. He's a representative of the owner, but that's just an opinion. And again, they said not automatically, but most likely you're responsible if your representative dropped it off.
Last thing real quick. And by the way, as you see, Tom agrees with me, but I want to bring our guest into it real quick because that man sitting next to you, Richard, has done our carpets multiple times over here. And by the way, he does a bang up job. He does better than hot water extraction than anybody else I had.
He's going to do mine for sure.
Tom, it's incredible, and it's not like that moist, damp crap for days.
Right.
Now that I think about it, he owes me whatever I paid him. And I'll tell you why. Because technically Suzanne owns his house. But me, I called him to come over and do our carpets. And Suzanne is yelling in the back right now, I never authorized it. So now, Richard, I hate to say it, you need to give me a refund
by the way,
based upon Dimitri's next to you.
David, I want to take David's comment real quick. We'll take this break, I promise. David, what's your comment? David.
Regardless if Dimitri's wrong or right, Mark is incapable of having a rational conversation. And
all right. Hold on, we'll come back to David. David, hang on. I want to hear the rest of this.
David's
right after
full
this.
of crap.
Right after this.
KHOW, Denver's talk station, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Traffic.
Heading into the downtown area, an accident in the right lane of the southbound I-25 off-ramp to 38th and Park Avenue for folks heading to Coors Field and Globeville. We are seeing some stop and go on that ramp there, as well as some brief delays for folks heading from I-70 both east and westbound to southbound I-25. Otherwise, pretty quiet drive throughout town. Over on the east end, an incident on E-470 southbound in Quincy Avenue with a left lane block. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, will do a market evaluation of your home if you're thinking about listing it. But you don't have to list it. You don't have any obligation. All you have to do is call Frank and say, Frank, I'd like to know what will my house bring on the market. He'll tell you what you should list it for, what you will clear, and even what you can afford to buy with the proceeds. That's all free of charge. Takes into consideration all the major factors, including interest rates, supply and demand, and comparables. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
My kids were...
You know, I just thought of something. You know what, Tom?
What's that?
All those pizzas we've ordered. Seriously, I just,
yeah.
Just think about it. I mean, there's a lot going on here. I like Dimitri's thinking, though. So basically, everything in the world is free now. If we extrapolate his argument, the poor guy next to him will be cleaning carpets for free. I'd be fixing cars for free. Tom would be doing commercials for free.
That sounds like communism.
Yes, your arguments are borderline communist.
For the love of God.
I guess we'll put a poll up. Let's see.
Oh, you want to lose another poll to me? Go ahead.
That's funny.
Actually, most of the people I deal with are the owners of houses or businesses.
Yeah. Well, you better start checking. You better start pulling in O&E on that thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And doing O&E, you're right.
So I'm trying to think here. Oh, hey, babe. I want to get my windows tinted, so grab the car that's in my name, go up and get the most expensive tint job known to man, and then I'll go pick it up later, and I will quote Dimitri on why I'm not paying.
Did Mark just tell his wife to go get a tits job? See, some arguments are too nuanced for Mark.
Nuanced? Your argument is horrible. It doesn't even hold water. Are you going to have any carpet cleaning specials?
Yeah, if asked, I will.
Yeah, let's get one out for him, Tom.
All right.
I was thinking maybe 4 areas. You get your 5th one, equal of lesser value, free.
I love how 67% of the people on YouTube are smart, wonderful people, and 33% are dumb as a rock.
Yeah, that's the legal mind hive of YouTube.
Yeah.
Some of them are intentionally trolls, too.
Yeah, everybody who's voting against me is doing it just for the entertainment value.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. I don't own American Express, but yet I use an American Express card for things. Maybe when I pay with American Express, I can keep this stuff and not have to pay because I don't own American Express.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain the gaping logical flaw in that argument?
There is no logical thought.
Yeah, there's no logical thought. That's for sure.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. David had a comment on our discussion we've been having. The discussion became secondary to David as to what he mentioned. Go ahead, David.
And that's the whole point. You can't have a discussion when one person just interrupts constantly. And
David, what are you talking about? I can't believe this guy's on there saying this. What is going on with you, you dummy? I mean, seriously, David, go ahead. I'll let you talk now.
Oh, I'm sure.
What is going on with him? I cannot believe this guy. Why is he on?
Okay,
what is he doing on?
So David,
jeez.
Let me ask you something. Just out of curiosity, though, with this argument, where do you stand on this argument? Can you, if somebody drops something off for you, can they obligate you?
I'm not positive on that point.
He's not positive on that, but he's calling up to give an opinion on it, but he doesn't even have one,
he
Tom.
wasn't giving an opinion on that. He was giving an opinion on your argument.
He can't formulate an opinion.
Oh, my God. Tom, I shudder to think of the dark demons that have made Mark the man that he is.
If you, David, you think you're going to call up and troll me, just go away.
So, David,
God. David's a Mark hater.
Your basic point was what? I mean, that he doesn't
That
listen?
I win all the arguments.
Mark just called me a dummy, right?
Yes.
Okay. I heard it from the beginning. When she first called in, you know what he said? He said, "We'll come right back. Gristle has been waiting the longest." Gristle. And
yeah,
it's true.
I did. And that's exactly, and David, that's exactly how it was spelled, was Gristle.
New Jersey Mark thinks that Giselle
literally it was spelled
Gristle. I filed that under it's really hard to be from New Jersey.
So keep going, David.
Called projection. And, you know, my mom quit listening because she called him a potty mouth because he can't complete one sentence without, you know, everything. And then...
Oh, my God. We're on the radio without what?
My sister quit listening because she said he just constantly yells and screams.
I'm yelling.
He gives me
I'm screaming.
So
Tell your sister I think she's dumb.
Al Martino has built up an empire.
Who's Al Martino?
He means Tom. Go ahead.
No. Who's Al Martino, David?
Exactly. You caught that. I thought you would get that wrong. You're so dumb.
Oh,
anyway,
listen to you, David.
Way back. And
listen to David. David's got to call in. He's got a big voice.
I'm listening, David. Go ahead.
David, what do you do for a living? I'm curious. Where do you work? Is it McDonald's or Burger King? Which one?
You wouldn't even get employed at McDonald's.
Seriously, where do you work, David? I'm curious.
Turning your empire over to this moron.
Yeah.
Throwing it down the drain. Tom, you could be on, if they had like a Jeopardy for people that just knew everything, you would be the winner. Not just facts and figures. That's how smart you are.
Oh, I hate Mark. Can't stand Mark. I'm David. Can't stand Mark. Bad Mark.
You understand, David, I have no control over this, right?
It doesn't mean that
It doesn't mean this. It doesn't mean that. Bad Mark. Bad Mark. Bad Mark. Bad Mark. My sister hate Mark. My mama hate Mark. He's potty mouth Mark.
Do a survey then. Online. Put this.
Oh my God, David! I put it up all the time. Are you absolutely crazy? Go onto YouTube right now. I'll put up a poll. You moron.
Okay. So, David, duly noted.
Thank you for your opinion, David. Thank you.
Put a survey up.
I appreciate it. Love you, David. Love you. Say hi to your sister, your mom, and your boyfriend. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. More right after this.
Now, impact traffic.
Heading into the downtown area, an accident in the right lane of the southbound I-25 off-ramp to 38th and Park Avenue for folks heading to Coors Field and Globeville. We are seeing some stop and go on that ramp there, as well as some brief delays for folks heading from I-70 both east and westbound to southbound I-25. Otherwise, pretty quiet drive throughout town. Over on the east end, an incident on E-470 southbound in Quincy Avenue with a left lane blocked. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Tired of overpriced blinds? Blindster makes custom blinds simple and affordable. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big. No retail store markups, just custom blinds guaranteed to fit. Blindster.com.
I love excellent companies. I love Excel Roofing. I've known Jay Bretz and the entire company from the beginning. You know, when I met Jay, he was doing it with basically a few vans. He's a giant company now with the same ethic. Take care of people. People come first. And at Excel, you don't pay a cent until you're content. No money up front, no first insurance check. You don't sign anything for them to check your roof. At the first sign of trouble, call Excel. Have them examine your roof, give you a full and complete estimate, all without obligation. 303-761-6400, 761-6400. Excel, E-X-C-E-L, excelroofing.com. And another great company we're so proud to represent, GreatWesternBuildings.com. These are, it's a factory of workers that build beautiful steel buildings and ship all over the world, really. We happen to have them in our backyard in Grand Junction, Colorado, employing hundreds of Coloradans, and they ship direct to the consumer. They have engineers on board to help you design your structure, whether it be a big mall, a church, a warehouse, a barn, a riding arena, an airplane hangar, a workshop, whatever it is, you can get it done, and you can get it done at great prices. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
I love how that guy knew everything I said last week, but he hates it, but he listened to every show. I find that amazing. That part blows me away.
Man, that was feisty.
What kind of special do you want to do?
I was thinking of buy 4 areas, the 5th one equal or lesser value free.
Okay, so let me put it down here. So, okay, 5 areas?
4 areas.
Okay.
If you buy 4 areas, the 5th area would of equal or lesser value be free.
Basically, 5th area is similar area.
Yeah.
How much lead time do you need? I need to get these done in this house. And I just, yeah.
Right now, I could probably get you in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't have anything pressing, but it would be good. How much noise is it?
Not a whole lot.
You could probably be doing the up 2 floors while I'm here, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can probably work out there and not disturb anything up here. Upholstery cleaning would be different. I'd have to be on a different floor.
Yeah.
But if it's just carpet, I can work elsewhere and not mess with what you're doing here.
This is for David. Fuck shit damn.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Our guest today, DenverCleanPro.com. He wants to put a special out there. He does an ion exchange. What he does is a cleaning fluid, which is citrus-based, water-based, non-toxic. It goes into the carpet. He then agitates the carpet a bit and then removes dirt and debris and grime with a cleaning bonnet. The carpets stay relatively dry, and it's like a dry cleaning process almost.
It's incredible.
Mark loves it. So, Mark, you've actually had a few different kinds of carpet cleaning done. And you love this one?
I like it better than I liked Zero Res, for example. And the guy was quite a bit less. Richard, that is. Richard, I think, have you done my house twice or 3 times? I don't remember.
I think I've done it twice.
Yeah.
In both
fast
times
too, isn't it?
It's perfect.
And it's fast.
It's faster. But I'm not going to say, I mean, he takes his time.
No. I understand that. So he's going to do 4 areas. Listen to this. If you buy 4 areas to get them cleaned, you get the 5th similar area, similar size and stuff, free. Now, so when you say areas, what is considered an area?
In general, it would be between 100 to 200 square feet of cleanable carpet. So if you have a 250 square foot room, but you're just having me working around all the heavy furniture, which 90% of my customers want, then I only count the area that I'm actually cleaning.
Okay.
So if 50 square feet of a 250 square room are covered up or not being done, then it's one area.
Okay. So what you do is you go by an area, and then if they buy 4 areas, the 5th area, which is similar, is free. And by the way, that's 303-903-1261.
Yep.
303-903-1261. And it's denvercleanpro.com. They're also at referralist.com. And don't forget, folks, you can get help at any time at 303-MARTINO.
See you, David.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.